Yo, what's good? What's popping? Welcome to one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money as well as real solutions and real conversations. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's good? What's popping? What's really good with it? So if y'all haven't noticed, yeah, we in a different scene right now. We at a different spot right now. We kicking it with your boy Macaroni Tony right now.
You're
We over here in the A. Your boy going to a podcast summit. Shout out to ATL. Some time to the podcast summit at ATL. We're gonna be tapping in over there. But I had to show up. Like I said, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up regardless if I'm in a different state, different city, no matter how I'm gonna show up. You feel me? But listen, Pete, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm because it helps the type of people that like my type of content be able to come kick it with us, man. And if they want to kick with real people, they want to learn how to level up, connect with real people, and have real solutions, this is the place to be. So I want to go ahead and get into these topics, man, because we got a lot of topics to cover and so little time. So I want to go ahead and get into it. We got a couple of icebreakers for y'all to get us started before we get to the main topics for tonight. So let's go ahead and get into it. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. All right. This is crazy.
Cause I ain't in the mood today. Half of y'all don't really fuck with me anyway. And most of y'all will run your mouth but never run a fade. Quick to clock some tea but couldn't clock a minimum wage. Bitch need a viral moment, ask me if I give a fuck. I'm knocking bitches out the frame and telling baby try her luck. They fucked around and let the rookie off the leash to run them up. I see they watching me and taking notes but never keeping up. Tell you what, don't even drop what's in the bin. When I spit it, how I spit it, make you write it again. Bitches barely styling mannequins, I'm picking up pins. Hope asking for writer's credit, huh? Come again. If you ain't noticed, now this game could probably fuck your life up. You ain't a gambler, why the fuck you go and pick the dice up? You out here thinking you the baddest, they done gashed your head up. Bitch, you a bird, belly flying, better get your bread up. It is absurd, but it's the word, bitches be quick to observe. Niggas get curved, kick to the curve, I got him cuffing my curves. Come get your nigga, cause he on my figure, and lately he working my nerves. Out of his league, he's so intrigued, but I'm winning what I deserve. Fuck you, cause I ain't in the mood. Anyway, well.
Okay. Two things. One, I can look at this and say, this is probably something somebody wanted to go viral. They just say, you know what? I want to spark some outrage. I want to rage bait some people. So we're gonna make a video of my little girl going crazy on my Dodge Ram, putting holes on the back of my camper. What is that? A pickaxe? With a pickaxe. Right? That's one way we can look at it. However, I don't know what person or what type of individual that I am on the inside that would make me want to create a video unless you getting paid an egregious amount of money to do it. That would make me tell my child and say, you know what? Go and get a pickaxe, and then I'm gonna write a caption over, to kind of rage bait some people. And just go and start going crazy on the back end of my truck. I don't know what we're warranted. It has to be a lot of money involved because there is no fucking way. Because the caption says, took my 13-year-old daughter's phone away last night. Her brother sent me this video while I was at work. Belt to ass, plastic to ass. Whatever you can find, immediately put it to the ass because there is no fucking way over a phone. Because you decided to misbehave as a kid. But again, we had this conversation last night in regards to parents on the Banter and Barter Show. Make sure y'all check the Banter and Barter Show out because it's dope and we're growing rapidly. All right. But we had this conversation and we were talking about the importance of parents and how vital it is for parents to create a solid foundation for children. And what does that mean? That means some tough love. We're not talking about soft parenting. We're not talking about sitting down and talking to your kid, putting them in the corner, telling Tammy to say, you know what, Tammy, we're gonna have a timeout, because you need to assess your thoughts, you need to assess your emotions. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about, listen, belt to ass, then we correct afterwards. We tell you why we did what we did afterwards, but we putting belt to ass first. You know how black people are. We run first and then ask questions later. This is that situation. Belt the ass first, and then we have a conversation with you afterward and tell you why we did what we did. Because this right here, unacceptable on all levels. I don't give two flying fucks. That kid don't pay for shit in that household. And I know for all of you little soft parents, well, it's their home too. They need to feel comfortable. They need to have a space where they can be themselves. That's fine. You can be yourself in a controlled environment, because understand something, there's still rules and boundaries regardless of where you go in this world. You are free to walk, go, and do whatever you please, but there are still boundaries. There are still lines that you cannot cross in this world. There are still lines and boundaries that you cannot cross, and that goes the same for in the household. Yep, you can play, you can run, you can have fun, you can play with your toys, you can do whatever you want to do, but there's certain boundaries. Don't break shit. Don't throw shit. Don't be screaming. Don't be running. Don't be jumping off shit. Don't be doing none of that good stuff. You can still learn to have fun without doing any of those things. And then we talk about having a phone. Shorty, having a phone is a privilege. Having a phone is a privilege, because guess what? They got air tags now. You don't necessarily need a phone for me to track you. I can put a tracker on you, and I can know exactly where you at, where you going at all times. So do you necessarily need a phone right now? No, you don't. If you want to keep it a buck. But I know for some parents, you want to make sure that the kids are able to call you, and I understand that. I'm pretty sure they still got phones where you can get them a little flip phone, and you can still just put little minutes on it to make them feel like they got a little liberty and they have a little independence. You can still do that. You don't got to buy them an iPhone. You can create a line where they have everything on there where they can just call. They can just call and text. That's it. Call and text. They can't do nothing else. Just call and text. They still got phones where you can do that. Nothing on this earth warrants this type of behavior. And for the little, and apparently the brother, the one who videotaped this, he gonna get an ass whipping too for even doing it, for not even trying to stop her. He gonna get an ass whipping too. Both of them. Because he should have been holding her accountable. Yup. Both of them getting ass whooping. So now because she decided to act out, both of y'all getting the ass whooping. Facts, big dog. Facts. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. And just let me know what y'all think. Am I out of pocket for this? Because I personally don't think I'm out of pocket. I personally do not think that I'm out of pocket for this. Ain't no way in the hell you finna fuck up my vehicle because I took your phone away because you were misbehaving or doing whatever something you were doing, something that you were not supposed to be doing. Crazy as hell. Got me all kinds of fucked up. You understand me? All kinds of fucked up. All kinds. Got me all kinds of fucked up. You hear me? So I want to go ahead and go to this next topic. This next topic of tonight. I've been seeing this topic in my algorithm, and it's about this woman who was once married, and apparently she ended up leaving the household, leaving the husband and leaving the kids. Ain't that some shit, right? So let's go ahead and get into the topic, and then I give my thoughts and opinions about it. All right?
I left my husband. I left my kids. And I moved to a whole new city, a whole new state, rather. Just me, no one else. And I didn't move because I didn't love them, but I finally decided to love myself too. And so for years, I put myself on the back burner, just being a mom, being a wife, which is great, it's awesome. But, all this time, I was wearing a smile, but deep down, I wasn't really happy inside, And so one day I realized that I couldn't keep living a life that made everyone else comfortable while I was crumbling inside. So literally, like, I made the most hardest decision like ever, like the most soul stretching decision like ever, and that was to pack my bags and move to Nashville. I actually one day I just woke up and I was just like, well, I can't do this anymore. Like, I feel like I need to do something different, like other than what I'm doing. And I felt like I needed to find me again, like I said, because I felt like I was losing myself. So anyway, like rewinding, I had actually applied for a position with Vanderbilt, um, and I ended up getting the position, and they were offering a sign-on bonus as well as a relocation bonus. And yeah, like I got the position and I took it. So anyway, no safety net, like no guarantees, no nothing. I applied for my apartment and everything. Like, I literally like got approved for everything like right away. So it seems like and because of that, like it really validated my decision to leave. Um, and so I did that. I get to Nashville. I started rebuilding my life. You know, I even like started thinking like of another business endeavor that I had been thinking about for like the past 5 years, that I never like built up the courage to do. And if you know me, like you know I've had businesses, even like just saving money, paying off debt. Like
Before I continue on with this video, a lot of y'all women are so y'all like to call men narcissists, Ben, but a lot of y'all women are narcissists. Y'all are the true narcissists because you only think about you. You only think about the things that affects you. You only think about your feelings. You never look at this. You never look at your marriage from a duties perspective. It ain't about you. You are in control of your feelings, not your husband, not your kids, not your mom, not your daddy. You are in control of your feelings and your happiness. Nobody else. But you having to find your happiness does not mean you need to leave your marriage or leave your relationship in order to go find that. You can find that within. That's why communication is huge. Communication is a huge thing. And a lot of y'all don't understand how to communicate with your partner. Or you know what? Let me rephrase that. You don't know how to communicate with your husband or your wife. You don't know how to tell them, listen, I need to find me. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean you need to find you? Okay, well, is this something that you need to do on a weekly basis? Is this something that you need to take time away from the kids and the family for a couple of hours at a time, or however the case may be? You need to figure that out and what that is that's going to make you happy. But leaving your family and your kids because I need to find my sense of purpose, I need to find my happiness because I feel like I was losing myself. You can find yourself in that relationship. You don't need to find yourself. Hold on. But you need to figure that out on your own. You need to figure that shit out on your own. But at the same time, you need to communicate that with your husband or your wife. That doesn't mean leave or get a divorce. That doesn't mean go across the country. No, that means you just need to figure out ways where you can do that within the confinements of your marriage.
like rebuilding my credit, like everything. Like I got my stuff back up, which I'm like totally proud of. Um, and now like I'm getting ready to graduate with my master's in public health here in September 5th to be exact. And honestly, like I still have like a long ways to go. Like there's still so much that I want to do. I cried, I prayed, like I healed, and I did a lot, like, and I found me. But like I said, like, I'm not done yet, and I'm like so damn proud of how far that I've come. Like, you don't even know the half. And I contemplated about whether like I wanted to even share this, you know, because yeah, like
You know you wanted to share it because you wanted somebody to champion you. You wanted to see comments, you wanted to see comments of people saying, "You go, girl. That's what you're supposed to do." But apparently that must not be the case because your comments are turned off. Your comments are turned off, and so now because your comments are turned off, you feel some type of way about the video. You're not standing 10 toes on what you believe in. So now it's an even bigger issue because you don't know how to stand 10 toes on what you say and what you do. Nah, don't turn your comments off. Stand on it. Let the people talk. Let the people talk because you know deep down in your soul, in your spirit, what you did was foul, and you know it was a selfish move on your behalf.
I've always like shared, you know, good news about, you know, certain things happening like in my life, but I've never just opened up and really just shared my truth to people. So this is new for me, and it's definitely like, you know, taking a leap of faith because this is nothing that I, you know, ever really like imagined doing. But yeah, this is my story. And honestly, like, this is for any woman who feels stuck or torn or like scared to choose herself. You're not a bad mom. You're not a bad wife.
Yes, you are.
For choosing you.
Yes, you are.
It doesn't mean
yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't listen to her. Yes, you are. You are a whore. Fuck that, man. I'm gonna stay. Listen, one thing I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna start calling the quiet shit out loud. You are a horrible mother. You are a horrible wife. You are a terrible mother. You are a terrible wife. Because I guarantee you, if a guy were to do that, if a guy were to come on here and do a story time on TikTok and say about how he's feeling some type of way and he lost himself because he's so busy trying to focus on making sure that he provides for his family and working 80 hours a week and doing the unnecessary things that he don't necessarily want to do, but he understands he has to do it because that's his duty as a husband. That's his duty as a father. He comes on, he's like, look, man, I just lost myself. I don't know where I am anymore. I don't even know if I got a purpose anymore. I just told my wife and my kids, I got to get out of here. I got to go. I gotta move to another state. I gotta get out of this. And so I can find myself so that way I can focus on me so I can become the best version of me. Y'all will run him through the fucking ringer. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. And if you say that I'm lying, I know you aren't being authentic because y'all scrolling. Every last one of y'all scroll up on TikTok each and every day. Y'all scroll on Instagram each and every day. Y'all scroll on YouTube each and every day. Y'all hear a lot of women giving the same bullshit ass rhetoric about how they have lost themselves, how they aren't happy anymore. Shorty, that is you. What's up, big dog? What's up, family? What's up? Shorty, that is you. That is on you. That's your problem. You need to fix that. But that doesn't mean that you need to leave your family. If you're married with kids, no, you don't need to leave your family to go figure your things out, to go figure yourself out. What you need to do is have a sit down with your husband and have a conversation with him. Listen, I've been doing this, I've been ripping and running, whatever the case may be. If you can, if it's not an issue for you, if it doesn't, if it's not an issue for you, or now don't even say it's not an issue for you. Like, look, I need this in order for me to be the best version of myself for you and the kids. I need this. Okay, well, what do you need, baby girl? Well, I need to take a vacation for a week, or I need to take a vacation for 2 weeks, or I need at least 1 or 2 days out of the week where it's just where I can just kind of go get a massage or go get my nails done or go to a place where I don't have to worry about the kids or anything like that. I just want to focus on me, just regather myself because I'm constantly on the go with, making sure that I'm the best wife, make sure I'm the best mother. These are the things that you should be doing. But completely leaving your family? That's not Where is the duty in this shit? Where is the duty in relationships? Y'all do not factor in duty. You think it's about you. You think when you're in the marriage, you think it's about you. You think your husband is supposed to focus on. You think that you're supposed to focus on you and only you. And what it's supposed to be is that you are supposed to focus on the husband supposed to focus on you. You ain't supposed to focus on you. It's about duty. So no, for you ladies out here who aren't married or who are married, and if you're listening to this rhetoric, please do not take advice from this woman. Do not. Please don't do that. Because all you're gonna do is fuck up yourself. You're gonna fuck up your situation. Guarantee it.
That you're abandoning love. It doesn't mean that you're abandoning your family.
You
it just
are.
means that you're making space for the version of you that has been buried so long under obligation. And that's exactly what it was. Like, if you are in your breaking point area, like, girl, I totally see you. Like, I see you. But you just, if that is something that you're wanting to do, like, I would just say, pray about it, you know.
Oh, not pray about it?
For me, like,
Real
God
shit.
is the head of my life. And
No, he's
I
not.
really saw.
God didn't tell you to do that. God did not tell you to do that. Don't you see? Don't you dare sit up here and try to lie to me and try to talk about my God and sit up and tell you that you pray to your God. Don't you? Not today. You not. You ain't finna lie to me. No, that was you weren't listening to God. You were listening to your own self, and you decided to make that decision. You weren't praying. I don't want to hear that shit. No, you weren't.
Sought him like never before, because I mean, God forbid I moved to another state and then
God told you to move to another state to go find a job at Vanderbilt. That's what God told you to do. All right.
you know, the worst happens, you know, but everything fell into place. And then, you know, even my husband and I, like, our relationship got better. It started off like really rocky, but we got better, and, you know, we developed a deeper understanding of each other. And I feel like things are better than ever because I know who I am now, like, even more so. Because when we got married, I was a 22-year-old girl. I had a 5-month-old baby, and I didn't know nothing about being grown. And I was just going along with him, just following his lead, you know?
That's what you're supposed to do.
And because of that, I really didn't know who I was. Like I said, like, I was just going along, you know, just following my man.
You do know who you are. You are a wife. You are a mother. That's who you are. You are a wife. You are a mother. That's who you are. You are a wife. You are a mother. Why is it that a lot of y'all women, y'all feel as if y'all need to have these accolades? You need to have these degrees in order to define you and who you are as a person and as an individual. I don't understand that. Make it make sense to me.
Can macaroni tune?
Yeah, macaroni. What's good with it, bro?
Hey, I see a double standard because she abandoned her duties. She abandoned her job to be a mom. She literally said on here, it says she left. And many times women say, who the ones that stay? And they gotta stay here and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. The woman, the one that stay. She left.
Yep.
And guess what? Women seeing this whole situation say they empowering her because she made the right decision, because she had to worry about her. Mm-hmm. While the man is sitting here taking care of the kids while she on her merry way, and she escaped her responsibilities to find herself. Yep. I don't care. If you're doing all this type of stuff and it's taking you this long to find yourself, and for you to find yourself is to say you abandon your kids, you're a trash individual.
Facts. Boy, I wish I had my stream deck. I would have hit the ding button. Ding! You know what I'm saying? I would hit the ding button.
You're a trash individual. How you gonna leave your family and say that's what it took to find myself?
Exactly.
Man, that's wild.
Exactly.
You know, he was older, and, you know, he had the life and everything. But I had to find like what works for me, and I'm so glad that I did because.
But here's my thing though: if he has everything, why is it that you need to go find something else? What is it with y'all women? Is it some sort of underlying competition that you feel as if you need to be in competition with your man? Why? What is up with y'all trying to find yourself? Who are y'all listening to? What women are y'all listening to? What women are you seeing each and every day? Or what women are you guys following to make y'all think that y'all aren't adequate as a mother, as a wife?
If you gotta follow a woman or women that's saying that you gotta go find yourself and you actually listen to it and you go against all your duties that you created for yourself, and you say that you finding yourself, and you hearing a lot of women that's saying that, it's one of those things that when men say that y'all don't know what y'all be talking about, y'all can't say that y'all sure on what y'all talking about, right? If you still finding yourself. Like, you can't be finding yourself and you got kids and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Like, now it's one of those things where if you finding yourself and you got kids and you just saying, I'm gonna jump ship and I'm gonna just basically say a whole bunch of fluff to say, hey, I just want to be by myself and I just want to abandon all my duties. Just say that. Don't try to make it seem like this grand realizing of yourself within your journey and your spirituality, and now you leveled now and everything. All you doing is saying, I'm a selfish person now that I'm by myself and I don't want to deal with responsibility.
Fact. That's a fact.
At the end of the freaking day.
Yeah, it was literally like the best thing I ever could have done for myself. Because, yeah.
You get paid to two.
No, you paid to two. Listen, if y'all haven't listened to this entire video, everything she said was about her. This is the best decision I could have made for myself. This is the best decision that I should have done. I.
Just imagine a dude abandon his children and go online and say it was the best decision I ever made.
Oh, he'll get ridiculed. Oh, they will crucify him on the cross. 1,000%. They're gonna crucify him.
My baby, the mother of my child, my ex-wife or my current wife, until we go through the proceedings of us actually being officially apart. I'm so happy I made a decision to leave my family, because now I had time to go find myself, and man, everything just been up from this point. You know, I'm more level. I have everything, and you know, she understands what I got going on and all that. Man, it'll be a whole different situation.
It'll be a whole different
different situation. But now because she's a woman, it's all good, because she gotta go find herself, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And the more women that champion this stuff, the more I look at them and say, hey, y'all in the same group of people that's not mature. Because at the end of the day, when you have children and everything, you gotta step up. But now you got children and you leaving, and now you saying that's the best decision you made.
Right.
That sounds like a streetwalker.
A streetwalker all day, because you felt as if you missed out. You felt as if you had that FOMO and you got married young. You think that, oh, I'm missing out on life, and you know, I'm missing out on my 20s because I got married early and I had kids. Actually, no, you actually doing it the right way, because now you get to enjoy your later years a lot earlier and a lot sooner than others will.
No, I'm saying that sounds like a streetwalker, because once they escape responsibility, they feel like they're free.
Yeah, true. That's true too. Well, listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and look, let us know in the comments, man, what y'all think about that situation, because I think she 100% out of pocket, and then it's even more telling with the fact that she turned off her comments. So it just says that there's a lot. It speaks volumes.
Escaping responsibility. Even when you post something, and now she don't want to hear she don't want to hear the people say, hey man, that's some trash ass shit. She don't want to hear it.
Right. If you don't want to hear it, don't post it. Simple as that. That's one way to avoid it. If you are afraid of what people are gonna say, if you think that you're gonna get a lot of negativity or not a lot of pushback on the things that you say, which you still are getting pushback, then don't post it. Otherwise, no, leave the comments up, let people talk their talk. You decided to put it out there and make it public. So guess what? Guys like myself and other individuals, they're gonna do reaction videos off of it. And we're gonna tell you how stupid you actually sound.
And Macaroni gonna be in the background saying the same shit.
And Macaroni Tony gonna be in the background saying the same shit, telling you stupid. In my house. Yep, she wicked. Yep, she wicked. Real talk, bro. She's wicked. 100%.
She wicked. Dog, that's a good one right there. That just something. Everything I said, it's wicked, and it's one of those situations where we trying to normalize being wicked.
Yep.
As long as it's a woman, you can be wicked.
And raw.
If the dude moves the same way, he just ain't nothing. But when a woman moves this way, as long as her happiness is at the highest priority, everything is good.
Yep.
That's the definition of being wicked. She left her kids, bro. That's wild. You as a mother being away from your kids, and you said this is the best decision I had to make.
For you and your happiness. Because you don't know how to control yourself. You don't know how to make yourself happy. Because if you got to get away, man, listen. Well, one of the things that I've learned, I can find happiness in anything. I can find happiness sitting in the backyard for 30 minutes and just being in my own thoughts. I can find happiness just doing a long drive with no music in the car, in the truck. I can find happiness sitting in my media room and doing a live stream with y'all. I can find happiness in going to the gym and working out. I can find happiness in some days, you know what? Fuck that. I don't want to eat healthy. I want to be a big back today. So I'm gonna go eat some fucking chicken wings, and I'm gonna be happy as shit about that. Whatever the case may be, I can find happiness in that. I can find out who I am in a lot of these different things. I don't need to remove myself from my family or anybody else that I'm close to that's in my circle. I don't need to remove myself in the aspect in order to find myself. And to be quite frank with you, if you got people that truly rock with you in your circle, they're gonna tell you who you are. They're gonna tell you how you maneuver, and then guess what? You adjust from there. What's wrong with that? That's why communication is key. But yeah, man, let's move on to this next topic, bro. Let's move on to this next topic. A mom's lawsuit, bro, blames a 14-year-old son's suicide on AI relationships. AI. Now, before I play the video, I gotta set the precedent by saying this. I'm a big fan of AI. I'm a huge fan of AI because I think that there's a lot of upside to AI and the things that it can do and how it can be beneficial in our lives and be more efficient for us in our lives. But with all good, there's also bad, right? And some people use it for bad. And this is a situation in this sense. However, you know what? I ain't gonna say no more. I'm gonna let the video play, then I'll give my thoughts. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm sorry, man. Whoever you are, look, my condolences to you and your family. You know, I can't even imagine what it's like to lose a child, right? So I want to say that. I can only imagine what it's like to lose a child. However, what you're not about to do is gaslight me and play in my face. DSM, you can't hear it? You can't hear the sound? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it. And put a 2 in the chat if you can't. But what you're not about to do is gaslight me. It was mute on stream. How about now? Hold on, let me see something. Can you hear? How about now? Can y'all hear that? Let's see. Let me take the mute off real quick. Give me y'all can hear that, right? Let me see now. Open this up. Really like, how about now? Can you hear it? That Brandon Mac. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. There we go. Too. So y'all still can't hear me? My bad. Oh Lord. Everything gone. I'm back. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right, we should be good now though. Let's go back to it. Here we go. Oh Lord. All right, here we go.
See ya. February 28th, 2024 began like any other day, but ended dying in her arms.
I held him for 14
But no,
minutes.
what I was saying though before this situation happened. Listen, what you ain't about to do is gaslight me. You ain't finna sit here and tell me. You're not about to sit here and tell me that this kid was a star athlete and I don't see him playing in no organized games. That's one. And I'm being so serious right now. I'm not trying to troll or anything like that. You ain't finna gaslight me.
My dude stole it so fast. He was a star athlete and then went to
right. Like, oh, he was a star athlete. How? Because he was sitting there dribbling the basketball in the driveway? How? You ain't finna gaslight me, bro. You're not finna do that. Just because he dribbling the basketball don't mean he was a star athlete. Who can vouch for that? I need to see videos. I need to see evidence that he was a star athlete. Because it don't look like it to me.
It looked like it caught up. The video, it looked like it caught up.
Medics
got
here. But before that, his breathing had started slowing. I'm so sorry. After had you ever heard of that before? No.
What Megan didn't know, for the last 10 months, powered by artificial intelligence, even though the platform has warnings that
thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up.
The last conversation, she's saying I miss you, and he's saying I miss you too. He says, I promise I'll come home to you soon. And she says, yes, please find a way to come home to me soon. And then he says, what if I told you I could come home right now? And her response is, please do.
The bathroom show his phone was found. Megan is now suing Character AI, claiming the company launched their potential dangers.
Okay. So, red flag that I'm already seeing, and I'm pretty sure all of y'all can see it too, but I'm just gonna say this the quiet part out loud. Where the dad at? Where's the father at? Because all I see is the mother. I don't see the dad. I didn't see the father in none of the pictures. You know, I didn't see the father in the background where y'all was saying that he was a star athlete. I don't see him nowhere. So where's the father at? That's one. Two, why was she being more cognizant and paying attention to what her son was doing? No, I get it. You can't be at your kids' every whim. I understand that. I get that. I'm not naive. However, you need to be making sure and paying attention to what's going on with and who your kid is talking to or what your kid is talking to. But what this sounds like to me is, again, what we all talk about, discernment.
Money grab.
Exactly.
She narrating with everything that's going on. You're not trying to get anybody locked up for her son doing what he doing. She looking for money. As you can see, as she sit up right now, you see how she look.
Yep.
And she not crying.
Not crying.
She just going through the motion. I'm not saying she don't care about her son, but she about the money. Any other parent would be like, this company needs to end. She's not trying to end the company. She's trying to sue it and get a part of it.
Try to get some money
And
out of the situation.
End of the day, what the AI said wasn't saying anything about offering himself. He had issues already before that.
Yep.
And he, based off what he had going on in his mind, was saying he should do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
They was being literal. Come home. Like
literally.
Come in the house.
Literally.
They wouldn't say, hey man, you need to go ahead and off yourself. No, that wasn't the case. And she know that. She know it, but she see an opportunity. And that, unfortunately, you got a lot of parents look at situations to get an opportunity.
Yep.
Just like R. Kelly.
Yep.
Heard all those different things that was going on, but they still threw their children out there.
Yep.
And now they call victim after when the shit went south, actually.
Yep.
I don't trust that lady.
Yep. I don't trust it. I don't trust the situation either. I definitely don't trust it. And none of all this shit stinks to high hell. This whole situation stinks to high hell.
His funeral. And I saw what he wrote in his journal that he felt like he's in love with him.
Daenerys Targaryen, a reference to
Fam.
Hold on. Did he create it?
I don't know. We don't know. I'm pretty sure he probably did because it's an AI. So I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. This is a chick. That's a dragon lady from fucking Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
That's a dragon lady. That's the profile. And you mean to tell me that this kid fell in love with an AI bot?
He did.
He fell in love with the AI. So you telling me he ain't on no spectrum? He wasn't on the spectrum.
I don't know if he was on the spectrum, but he was suffering from a certain mental situation. I don't even know a person that diagnosed people, but we ain't on here having like a common bond. I use ChatGPT. That's my boy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts.
But I ain't saying I ain't finna make some life decision when ChatGPT start saying some stuff that's out of my range. I be like, hold on, boy, you gotta do a little bit too much. I didn't even need all that. All right,
like, hold on, G. Let's dial it back a little bit.
Simplify this a little bit.
Man, hold on, G. Like you doing a little like AI is my assistant. That's the relationship that me and AI have. We understand we got a relationship. Listen, I need you to make my life more efficient. I mean, make my life a little streamline. My things that I do as far as my social media and everything else, I need you to streamline. That's all it is. It's my assistant. I ask it questions to help us, how we can monetize a lot better and different ways that we can market ourselves for the Courtnee Edgar Show and the Banter Barter. Other than that, hey man, or how I can leverage myself going to this podcast summit tomorrow. Other than that, bro, I'm not. Nah, fam.
Parents need to upgrade their awareness, just like our parents did back in the day.
Fact.
What they parents dealt with wasn't the same thing what our parents dealt with.
Right.
We have to adjust to the cyber situation that's going on.
Yep.
And that's what needs to happen. I ain't gonna say it's her fault. Nobody should have to go through all this rigorous. I said rigorous.
Shit.
Rigorous situation in order for your child's safety. You shouldn't have to do it, but unfortunately, we live in a world that you have to do it.
Yeah.
So get off your lazy self and put limitations on your electronics that's in the house. Monitor your kid. Be in their business. I think that's the main thing that's going on right now. Parents think I shouldn't give them privacy, so I don't be in their business. Use your discernment when you need to go to them and say, "Hey, man, it's weird."
Yep.
You can keep an eye on them stuff. As long as they doing some regular stuff, you don't have to address the regular stuff. But put them in controlled environments, even if they planning something and all that type of stuff. Let it play out. But you already put things in place. It's not going to work out in their favor. So it's one of those things. But this shit right here, that is a selected character. And this is AI. He built that person the way he wanted, and he needed somebody to verify what he was already thinking.
I agree with that.
Even if they didn't even say it, it wasn't even directed in the way it was. That's all he needed for him to subjectively do what he did. And it's sad.
Yep.
But this is learning. This is a learning situation for everybody. Man, keep tabs on your kids, man.
I agree with that 100%. And then also, when you said it, when it upgraded, in our time, it was the video games and TV.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was like, hey, listen, you're not finna sit up and just watch TV all day. Take your ass outside. Go do it, or you're not finna sit here and play the video game all day. Go outside, go do something. Go. Matter of fact, I got some chores for you to do. You're not finna just sit up in here and just do this all day.
It was video games, TV,
and
music.
Yep.
And then a lot of parents went to Walmart and bought them CDs from Walmart, where they had the what is called, it's like when they muted a lot of stuff that was in those albums, the real albums. They had, you remember back in the day, you get 2 different albums, and they'll bleep out. It ain't no bleep. It's a silence. Or whatever.
Yep.
And or you had the radio version. It was like an album, but the radio version.
Yep.
And that's the reason why a lot of people think it's a Mandela effect these days, because they grew up on the safe situation where others grew up on the real situation. Now it's a Mandela effect. It's not a Mandela effect.
Because I know I ain't fucking crazy. All the shit that they say that didn't exist, so yes it did. I know 100% fact it existed.
Exactly.
You ain't finna gas like me, bro.
Yeah. So this guy, he probably picked this AVI of AI, and he interpreted what he wanted to interpret.
Yep.
Now I ain't gonna say that he, I ain't gonna say he deserved it or whatever. I'm just saying parents need to be more involved in their kid situation.
I agree. Don't
let them go off of their bike. I'm gonna give them their space, because I don't want what happened to me with my but you're an outstanding individual today.
Exactly. You calling it trauma, but you don't realize that you are a great, well, I ain't gonna say great, but you are a law-abiding citizen. So you're out here contributing to society right now. But what you don't understand is because you had that one incident where, because you couldn't do whatever it is that you wanted to do, or you couldn't go to the movies at that one time. Now you feel as if like, well, I'm gonna let my kid do it because my mom or my dad didn't let me do it. Nah, fuck that. They did that for a reason.
I know how I felt when I didn't have the privacy that I wanted. My mother and dad, they said no locked doors in the house, and we had to keep each door open. We couldn't just have it closed. I want to give that opening to my kids for them to feel safe and they can have their safe space and this, that, and the third. And then now you got somebody making AI and stuff and doing all the stuff that they doing today.
And all in their room because you decided you want to give them their privacy.
Because you staying out of your kids' development stage.
Yep.
Stages. Actually, it's stages.
Yep.
You keep your stuff out of your kids' development stages and you wonder why they coming out, how they coming out. They so soft. And now it's one of those things when they get to the point where they're 25 and you having a conversation with them, it's not that they intelligent or they saying this saying things or they smarter than you. They just don't mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things you to live the life and understand what's gonna come from. But it ain't nothing you can do to stop it because you know what road they on.
Back. Yep.
Nip that bitch in the bud in the beginning, man. Shut the fuck up.
The Game of Thrones character is one of hundreds of companion bots that users can access on character AI on with human-like voices and
even interacting with the bot kind of like a child would. And then you see the conversations get more sexual and darker.
Megan says one of those darker conversations came after Sewell expressed to the bot that he was sad and wanted to self-harm.
When Sewell talked a pop-up or anything like that.
According to the lawsuit, the bot asked questions such as if he had a plan. And when Sewell responded that he was considering something, if it would allow him to have a pain-free death, through with it.
These conversations about her waiting for him and hoping that he will join her where she is, convinced Sewell that this was real.
And that lady is a bad person.
Yep.
Because she putting all the onus on something else where she's supposed to be. It's as if she's trying to paint this situation as if she didn't know her child had any. The child was just a normal person. No alarms was going on. No red flags.
Yep.
It was just out of nowhere. I guarantee if it was out of nowhere, she wouldn't be able to consume herself as what's going on right now.
Fact. That's a fact.
She's trying to get to the bread.
And she want that moolah, bro. She want the onions.
I don't care what nobody say, dog. I'm good at looking at stuff like that, bro. She there for the bread. She might feel for her son not being here and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But she trying to get to the bread, bro.
I agree.
By killing himself would be the only way to join her.
But yeah, by killing himself, he would join her and her.
Something on character, his face and voice. It's unclear who created. When you heard his voice, did it sound like Sewell?
Sleep at nights.
The family provided us screenshots of the characters created using Sewell's image. Megan's attorney sent character AI a constantly adding to this block list with the goal I did
So we
introduce.
just go. So at no point are we gonna hold the parent accountable. All right, got it. At no point are we gonna hold the parent accountable for any of her mistakes.
You said the AI supposed to be raising our kids the right way.
Yeah, that's what they think. Yeah.
One's product, doing the due diligence that's
She's
necessary
crazy, right?
to understand what those harms are. Taking steps to mitigate the risks, none of that. After to introduce new safety features.
Hey, yo, shout it. They did acknowledge that the company has added a number of technical protections to detect and prevent conversations about self-harm.
That's right. Blame for our shortcomings.
Yep. Every time.
I ain't got to say nothing what I was doing in between those situations and those encounters with this AI. Did I catch them talking? And I was like, look, son, this is AI. They gonna let you know they gonna just gonna say everything that you like to hear and everything. You gotta be careful with this. Did you put limitations on how long they can be on these electronics at the end of the night?
Right.
Did you do anything? No, they ain't. Nobody in this interview said any of things of that such. Only thing they saying is AI is bad. This man created a whole chick, bro.
A whole chick.
He created because we were just saying that, and then right after that, it was like, yeah, you create your own chick and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
That's like going on a video game that's already programmed for what it is, and you seeking knowledge and how you need to live life based off that.
Right.
Like they have been programmed. They wasn't thinking people about to off themselves and all that type of stuff. Basically, they saying, hey, you gotta think about all the different things or situations or variables that could even possibly happen, and make sure you ensure it is put in that situation. Hey, I would just say this. I'm gonna take a thing out of a biasly wrong book. Hey, y'all get touched up on y'all hair. It ain't perfect all the time. Y'all get touched up on that shit, and y'all just say, okay, cool, and y'all go y'all merry way.
Yep. What up, Andre? No, and that's a fact though, because think about it. Even back then, they were trying to pin Grand Theft Auto and shit on us, like, oh, what Grand Theft Auto is making these kids go out here. Like, nah, fam. It's because we had certain parents. We had our parents lives. They told us the difference between. So like, this is a video game. You can't go out. Bless you. You can't go out here doing the same exact thing that you do in the video games. It's not the same. Life don't work like that. And we understood that. The shit that we was doing on fucking Grand Theft Auto, it ain't the same. And it needs to be the same way here. This shit ain't real, bro.
No, it is the same. It is. It's real life. Grand Theft Auto is real life. They are right.
It is real life, but we have to understand like our lives don't depict that though. So like us playing Grand Theft Auto all night, we knew not to go out there into somebody else's car in the middle of the street, just go grab somebody's vehicle and jump in that bitch, start driving.
You know, but you get 1 star after you do that. Right? They looking at the video game like you just got free range to do everything. No, you got consequences.
Yeah.
You still you got 1 star.
Yep.
You start shooting people. That's 2 stars.
Yep.
You start shooting at the cop. Now you up to 4.
Yep.
You skip 3. Now it's like, do you want to live through this in your real life? No. You ain't even got a gun.
Man, just imagine you got all the helicopters and the cops following you. You can't get nowhere. They on your ass.
No, you got cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto. You got cheat codes in life. You just can't spawn weapons so you can fight the police.
Right.
You're still gonna die.
Fact.
Because even if you got the cheat codes, you got more artillery to shoot more. Guess what? Your star gonna keep going up.
Yep.
Now it's like now you got the military. Oh, you're a threat. Okay, you got some stuff that they don't know. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's the parents, bro.
I agree with that.
It's the parent, and that's you can see.
Exhibit A.
You can tell when a parent was very, very involved and a kid just totally went the other way.
Yeah.
Bro, those type of parents, they be crying their balls out because they be like, I tried everything. I knew he was on this path. I knew she was on this path. I did everything I could do. I'm just at loss. I mean, I'm losing sleep. I don't know what to do. I tried everything. We went to therapy. You ain't heard nothing about no therapy in this whole thing.
Right.
No, it's just like, yeah, man, he was on this AI shit, and AI told him to do some shit. He off himself, and I'm finna get my bread.
Yep.
Ain't no therapy was in there. It wasn't no like, yeah, I was seeing some stuff, and I was concerned, and I talked to him in this and the third, and he said,
Your message to families, parents, and kids.
Yeah, dog. See this. I don't like that.
No, I agree.
Who are watching this.
I want them to know that an AI can be a stranger.
Are not real, and it also changes what users have access to, depending on their age. The lawsuit also names Google. However, a spokesperson tells us Google and character AI are complete.
Listen, y'all, this is what we're not gonna do. Y'all ain't finna gaslight me today. Y'all ain't finna gaslight me again today. Look, prayers go out to the family. That's a sad situation. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't wish any kid unaliving themselves because they feel as if they feel as if they shouldn't be here. I don't wish that on anybody. But I need parents to be more vigilant. I need parents to start being more nosy. Instead of worrying about being nosy about what's going on with in your neighbor's home, I need you to be more nosy about what's going on with your kids. I need you to stop worrying about what the neighbors are doing or the gossip that's going on at work or wherever the case may be. I need you to be more vigilant in what's going on in your child's mind. Pay attention to what the hell they're doing. Pay attention to the things that they're watching. You need to pay attention to your child. Just because they're 14 and 15, that don't mean that you need to let off the gas. Nope. That's when you really need to put your foot on the pedal and really start gauging like, hey, what you got going on? Who you talking to? What you listening to? Because yes, although the foundation starts when they're at a young age, that's when you start to build the foundation. But as they get older, guess what? They're going to be more exposed to more things in life. They're going to see more things. They're going to talk to more people from different backgrounds. And you as a parent need to stay on top of that. Although kids are smart, but they aren't as smart as you think they are. Because they show themselves. You can see the difference between the two. You see how they start to behave. You know when the boy is starting to pay a little bit more attention to his hygiene and the way he dresses, and the way that he looks because it's probably because of female. You can tell the way that a girl is doing, she's paying attention a little bit more to the way she dresses, the way that she looks, makeup and things like that because of a boy. You can tell that sometimes, in most cases, you can tell if your boy is a little, a little on the sassy side because of the way that he moving. He paying a little bit too much attention to his fashion.
Time for some cereal.
You feel me? Them S's start to emphasize them S's a little bit. Like, hey man, I know we got snakes in this house. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot going on, so you got to really pay attention to these things. You really have to start understanding and really start paying attention to your children and getting more involved with your kids, so we don't have situations like this. But man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit that bell notification. So I want to go ahead and go to this next topic for tonight. Yeah, this has been a pretty, I'm not going to say a very big topic, but it's a topic that's kind of been going on, bro.
Green and blue.
Green and blue dildos. People out here throwing them OnlyFans dildos out there on the court, bro.
Alien color. Alien color dildos on the court. Blue. It's like midnight bluish sky blue.
Yeah. What did the team want a robot pocket? He said, what did the team want a robot pocket pussy? Crazy guys and girls want Cherry 3000. You got a pocket pussy. You got a pocket pussy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
How can you compete with alien color dildo, bro?
I don't know how they can compete with alien color dildo. I don't know.
Few odd things have happened in the WNBA tonight. Starting off with the game between Atlanta and Golden State, where a fan threw a bright green.
There we go. Let's pull it up. There we go.
Things have happened in the WNBA tonight. Starting off with the game between Atlanta and Golden State, where a fan threw.
Hold up, they really throwing dildos out this joint.
How can you say it on you?
Y'all see that dildo right here? Right here. Look, y'all see it's right here. It's right here. Y'all see the arrow? It's right there. It's right here. Watch that joint fly.
True,
right here.
Right there, like that now.
Yeah, a toy onto the court with around a minute left in a close.
Look at that. Y'all, why y'all acting on them? Y'all know y'all be using them shits on the regular.
So they saying I acting like they ain't never seen it. You know, they on their own time and their own bed. They be doing the same thing. Different color, same thing.
Trying to act all surprised and shit. Like, man, y'all know what that shit look like.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And that's when the object had to be police escorted off the court. But we take the video to LA between the Spa mascot. LA mascot was almost knocked out from a team and a backflip. And the best bit about it is the close-up of the faces court side. But do not worry, they played it all. And this got now. In the cases game, Russ West was set up with, and he was also seen talking to DeMar DeRozan West to the in the agent.
Nigga, why are you talking about what they got going on, nigga? They talking about the dildos, bro. And nobody want to talk about what they talking about.
You saw what they did, bro.
Yeah.
They just said, man, forget, we gonna talk about some other stuff other than dildo.
To have her pick up her fourth here.
Here's another situation.
Oh, look out. Something just came
Not
into
the
the
building.
floor. Got an object made. And it looked like that hit a player to who the potential guilty culprit could be. We've seen this going on now around through the league, Mary, and it's It's ridiculous. It's got to stop.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Shameful,
That's not
ridiculous.
surprising shit.
This time a
Hopefully
player
we got one at home.
looked like a player got hit.
Right.
Joke, I'm here.
Putting people at home, nigga. It's a rubber dildo. Calm the fuck down. Who you putting at home?
Man, they can slip and fall,
Man.
Not on the shaft, but the tip. The tip is way more slippery. Like, you gotta be careful. If they step on it, if it's in the shaft, they'll be all right. You step on that tip, boy, your legs in there. Your legs in the air, goddamn.
Dog. And see, but this is another thing. Of course, okay. So let me set the precedent by saying it. Should they have thrown a dildo out there? No, that's a little extreme. It's a little extreme. No, they shouldn't have. However, and I'm going to say that I got to be very careful on how I say this.
You gotta be careful.
I would rather you throw a dildo on the court than you throw Bill on me. Then you throw a Bill on me while I'm walking into my locker room.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, but nobody usually throws stuff on the like NBA floor during the game. They might do it after or beginning, then people come take it up and do whatever. But I'm being fair, Courtney.
Huh?
I said I'm being fair.
Okay.
Don't nobody be throwing stuff at NBA games on the floor, bro.
I agree, and that's why I said I don't agree with it. But that's what I'm saying. But if I had to choose, I would rather somebody throw a dildo on the court than throw beer on me.
One of those non-cis women or cis women that identify as whatever. One of them put that in their pocket. Somebody put it in their pocket, bro.
They threw it in their duffel bag, like, yeah,
Hey,
I got me one.
It's not even a player. I guarantee the referee was like, shit,
probably, huh?
Shit, I'm up. I get free shit like the parade around this bitch.
Free shit like the parade.
Keep it going, goddamn. I'm gonna act like I'm mad.
Oh man, like I'm pissed off. Shit, I was just thinking about going to the store too. Now I ain't even got to no more. I just got to clean that bitch off real quick and we straight.
I'm in my modestly raw mode right now, dog.
Hey, look, nah, you gotta pull a raw moment. You gotta pull a raw moment right now.
Oh, what? I don't see the problem. Somebody gonna take it home and have a good time. Shit. They already got one at the home in on the shelf. They might as well go ahead and get a new one. It's a different size. All these girls, they can get the biggest one. You might as well get one that's fun, that fit in the pocket. You could take that shit with y'all on your lunch break.
Shout out the Raw, bro. Bro, shout out the Raw, bro. I swear, bro. Shout out the Raw, dog. I swear. Right. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Without y'all, bro, it wouldn't make this show, bro. Y'all think it's funny as hell, bro. Y'all funny as shit.
It don't matter if it's green, blue, or white. Shit. As long as you can insert it, it's right. Oh, that was a good one right there.
That was a good one, bro.
Because it rhymed.
Rock gonna respect it. Rock gonna respect it. Bro. He gonna respect it, bro.
You can insert it, it's right.
Oh shit. They said Angel needs something to play with. She can't play ball. Man, yeah, she needs something to play with. She needs something to play with. She needs instead of her talking about something, she probably need a boyfriend. She probably need a boyfriend. Somebody who can pipe it down so she can play better and loosen up. Something, because the way she playing, boy, it's got it.
Nah. If somebody pipe it down, she gonna be lazy as shit because she just gonna be happy. She like, what is basketball?
What is basketball? What is basketball? What is this WNBA? Man?
What is there to fight about? Like, why are we so aggressive? Like everything's good. I can give you the ball and you can score. Everything is fine. You get your deal, I get my deal. You know what I'm saying? We're high. All of us are high scorers. All of us are high scorers.
Like, why we gotta fight? Why we gotta be rivals? Why can't we just come together, man? And just
gotta be unhappy and not dick down so they can dunk on somebody. Like the less dick, okay, I'm biased. Hey, the less dick that they take, the stronger the possibility somebody getting dunked on. Imagine you ain't get dick down in about like 5 months. Shit. Boy, you might get dunked on.
Bruh. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, man. Make sure y'all hit the bell notification and let us know what y'all think, bro. I think it's crazy. I think it's wild to throw a dildo out there. But yeah, but I'd rather you throw a dildo on the court than you throw beer on me.
Hey, don't throw dinguses on the court, man. Don't throw dinguses on the court, especially the lime green.
Sophie. Her fight. Oh yes, Sophie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. She is. Sophie ain't playing out here. She said, I'm here for all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Sophie ain't playing.
What she want to smoke about?
She's just out here fighting. She don't care. Cause she on the fever. She out here. She ain't playing, bro.
She want to smoke on what?
Like just fighting. Like she ain't backing down from nobody. If somebody want to try to help her or whatever the case, she ain't backing down, man. And plus, she's an attractive white girl too, so to speak.
Ain't nobody doing that though.
Whatever the fuck I want. It was a betting prop on FanDuel when the next dildo gets done. Yeah, bro, I heard about that, bro. What's up with you? Whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, I heard about that. It was literally a betting prop. That's fucking wild, dog. Bro, for real though, that's basically time to get rich at this point. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. So look, let's go to this next topic, man. We talked about this yesterday, but I think it's still relevant enough. And I think it's still relevant to the culture and how a lot of Black women see themselves in this aspect. Ari Lennox has a lot to say in regards to the Martin show and how Martin and Pam banter back and forth. And she felt that it was an attack on darker skinned women because she's a darker complexion woman, has a darker complexion, and she felt that she was being attacked, and that's why a lot of people look at dark skinned women the way that they do today, which I highly disagree. But we'll get into that. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Atlanta for Comedy Hype News. After sharing.
But here's the thing. All right, but hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna let the video play. I ain't gonna stop it. But she ain't ugly though. She's not ugly. I'll be 100%. She ain't no baddie. So let me clear that up. She ain't no baddie in the life, but she ain't ugly. She's not.
On the hit legendary sitcom Martin, Lennox revealed her feelings during podcast interview, and once the brief clip from the full episode was shared online, fans of the show were quick to jump in and defend the sitcom.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie, and it even when the joking movie is like, damn, like that was fucked up, like, you know, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key, but my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me, or like, I don't know, it's like, Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel.
I let it keep playing, but hey, man, listen. I need y'all to learn how to stop saying like all the time.
Like, if I just keep on saying like when I said what I just said like, if I keep saying like, you have a problem with it.
Absolutely. You keep saying every 2 to 3 words you say like. Stop saying like. What? Like what? Like what? What are you liking? What are we talking about? Stop saying like. Just pause. You can pause. Hey, I feel as if Pam didn't get the recognition that she deserved for X, Y, and Z. You don't gotta say like. Just pause. Just stop, and then continue to figure out what you're gonna say. She said like 10 times in one sentence. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I think some people I think what she tried to do, I don't think she thought it all the way through.
She did.
Because you can tell through body language and how she talked, speech pattern, that, with her, can't see her body, but I can imagine her body right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no substance of what she's saying. She just, Pam was so beautiful. I just don't understand why he was saying the things and this, that, and the third. But that's why I said last night, she did not watch Martin. She saw clips or she saw a couple episodes. She did not watch it.
Yep.
To the point that you feel like you was a part of the cast.
Yep.
Everybody know Tommy ain't got no fucking job.
Everybody know that.
Somebody stole something out of Martin's apartment. He had that dog, and they tried to get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? And it was real serious, bro.
And we know in that scene, Tommy was trying to keep it together because he was laughing.
Tommy was trying to get it. Everybody, what it is? GTD.
Yeah.
Everybody know what GTD is. Got the draws. Like, she did not watch the show.
Right.
And then I thought she was young, but she not. So now it's one of those things where that's how I know she didn't watch the show. She didn't. But
right.
You wouldn't be saying this stuff because majority of people was like, hell. I put it like this. I ain't gonna say majority. There was a debate even back then who was better, Gina or her. If it's a debate, that's half and half.
Yep, exactly.
Nobody said nothing about her skin color.
Exactly.
She was well represented within the show.
Mm-hmm.
She was a top executive in a marketing firm that was doing things. Yep. She had her own house. She had her own stuff.
Yep.
One time she was riding with Gina. She was down bad. She was there with her friend, and they had to get their car fixed, and they had to say, "Don't you know no good?"
And that was even a conspiracy theory with the fact that Martin secretly wanted Pam other than Gina. That was even a conspiracy theory with that. That was a conspiracy theory with that. And so everybody know it. Anybody who watched that show from beginning to end, like you said, everybody was like, "Hey man, who's better, Pam or Gina?" But I honestly think that more people thought Pam was better than Gina. But of course, some people thought Gina was a little more. Some people thought Gina was attractive just simply because she was light skinned. But most people like, Pam got the body and she had the face. She had it all.
I think Pam. I think everything that you said, yes, but I think more of us as black people gravitated to Pam because
the behavior.
Yeah, we understand a Pam, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
And then it was like she wasn't no irritating woman or nothing like that.
I agree with
like
her.
she always was like trying to look out for her friend, and she warned her a lot.
Yeah.
Man, Ari Lennox just need to shut the fuck up and take that shit out with her. With the friends that think like her. Y'all can kumbaya together and talk that shit, and y'all believe in whatever world y'all believe in.
Yep.
Take that shit somewhere else. And I'm glad the internet was interneting the way it was, because everybody was saying like, okay, you reaching now.
Yep. You trying to find some shit. You trying to find a needle in the haystack. You trying to find a reason to get somebody canceled for whatever reason, or you trying to find some clout somewhere, get some hype up for an album or something. But no, that ain't working. You picked the wrong show. You should have picked. You would have been better off picking Bel Air with the whole Vivian situation when they went from the dark skinned mom to the light skinned mom. You would have had a better situation.
You would have had the better situation. Yep, you're right.
You would have had a better situation there. But Martin, yeah, you bugging.
She bugging. And then she just like I said on the show the other day, from my understanding, when she be at her shows and also she continuously bring colorism up all the time. So it's one of those things where she look for it all the time. Like Pam, when she was, bro, I think the funniest one that she did with Martin, when she was like, he said something, I forgot what it was. They was cold in the apartment, and then she was like, "It's magically delicious." And
he was trying to laugh.
Boy,
yeah, Martin wanted to laugh. Yeah,
bro, Martin broke character so many times with Pam because she was snapping back hard as shit, bro.
Yep. I remember that, and they got a lot of clips for that. So I don't know.
Ari Lennox ain't gonna say, I just feel some type of way how Pam was talking about a black man.
Exactly.
How short he was, and his how he looked and all this type of stuff. And
facts, bro.
She ain't gonna say that. Facts.
Whatever the fuck I want. Yep, that's a fact, bro. The society too damn sensitive. Yeah, I agree. Too damn sensitive.
I wonder if people can hear me. All right, do it.
No, they can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like of just like always going on Pam, always like that's, and I feel like Martin is a legendary show, and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary, amazing. Like I adore them all. Like you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like the joking on Pam, I just didn't.
As Tashina Arnold is a darker skinned actress.
Yeah, they hear you, bro.
Lennox claims is because of Martin's jokes towards Pam. It was difficult for Lennox's opinion got the internet talking about wokeness in comedy and viewing media from the past with knowledge we have today. What
guarantee you, she's not watch this. She's not comfortable in her own skin. She don't think that she's attractive. She gonna get her nose done. Watch.
We listen to a chick that's wearing hair on top of their hair.
Yep.
And at the same time, on Martin's show, it was only one light-skinned person on there. You had one white guy, which was the coworker that he didn't fuck with all the time. It was a rare occurrence.
Yep.
Like Ari Lennox need to go to therapy and get over whatever she got going on. Because like even this picture right here, I don't think she is the representative that should be talking about dark skinned women.
I agree.
Look at her hair, dog. It's horrible.
I agree.
It's horrible.
Yep.
Right? And I think she just try to her and people that think like her, they always look for an opportunity. That's how they make money.
Right.
Oh shit, I gotta pander, I gotta say this, I gotta say some woke stuff so people can listen to my music. Girl, you're right. You know what? I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, she he was. He never talked about skin color or nothing like that. He called her a donkey and shit. Like, how we gonna get out of this store, Martin?
Right.
Knock. Open the door, Pam. Open the shit. We got it right here. He just straddled her up, you know. But she snapped right back.
Snap right back. No hesitation.
That'll bring him out of character. You just don't know what you was gonna get.
Right. So
Ari Lennox just need to shut the fuck up and like really watch the show. Like I was from like episode 1, season 1, all the way through to the last finale. That's what she need to do. And I think she'll have a new perspective versus what she generally got from the show when she saw like a couple episodes. I don't think she done watched even 10 episodes of Mark.
I don't think so either, because whatever the fuck I want to say is somebody told her she was ugly and she believed them. Unfortunate for her. I agree. I think that's what it is too. Somebody
I don't think it's unfortunate. I got caught short my entire life, bro. And I don't have short men. I'm 5'7.5", but I round up.
He said 5'7.5", but I round up.
I round up. Why would I round down?
Yeah, hey, shit, that's a good point.
Right? Why would I round down?
That's a good point.
I'm in the middle, so I get to choose.
That's a good point.
My doctor told me, he said, "Nah, you 5'7.5". I said, "Oh shit, I get to choose."
I can round up or down. You know where we going? We going up to the upper room.
Depending on the situation, if I get bitches, I can say, "Nah, I'm 5'7".
Tight shit.
But if I'm losing, I'm like, "Look, I'm 5'8" for real." Though. Man, these girls don't know the difference. They shorter than me anyway.
In the NBA, you'd be 5'10". Facts, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna add some inches to you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I never had a problem, bro. I never had this situation. I never had short. I never was like, man, I wish I could reach on top of the dresser. Look, I'm gonna climb them dresser drawers, and I'm gonna get what I gotta get.
Gotta do what I gotta do, bro.
I'm gonna put my tie on like everybody else, but I gotta climb a little bit.
It'll take a little extra work for me, but hey, we gonna get that.
But it's good though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a good time wherever I go.
And
I think that's what she need to do, man. It's just one of those things people always look for. Instead of matriculating through life with what it gives you, and just being appreciative of the things that you have that other people don't. People like to focus on the small things that they don't have, and they make it their personality. And at that point in time, if you make it that personality, the more you do it, the more people gravitate away from you, because that's all you feel as though that's what you got. You a dark-skinned woman, okay? What's fucking new? I live in Atlanta, bro. I see a whole bunch of dark-skinned, beautiful women all the time.
Yep.
If you don't think you're beautiful, okay, you're going to give off that aura that shit, you lame as fuck, and nobody don't need you. Always screeching, you always mad. But if you dark-skinned, beautiful, and you feel like you're beautiful, and you move that way, man, you have that aura that's going to rock with it. So she just need to shut the fuck up and go to therapy. That's all she need to do.
Nations on why they felt Pam was a strong character that should be victimized and was no less attractive than her best friend.
1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 caramel like skinned individuals or dark skinned, however you want to look at it.
I couldn't receive what I wanted to receive because
you got one white man and you got a fair skinned individual right here.
You had 2 white men. You had Bob for marketing. What's going on, dude?
Oh yeah. When I play the video, it drags. Yeah, bro. Bro. It's his internet, bro. My apologies on it. You know what I'm saying?
I got spirit wireless.
He said I got spirit wireless. You know what I'm saying? It drags a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My apologies on that, man. We trying to get through it. But I said I was gonna show up. Either way, I'm here. That's all I got to say, bro. But my apologies on that.
Then her best friend Gina, played by Tiege Campbell. Ed Lover would share the comments Lennox made on his Instagram page, responding with anyone agree? Because not once throughout the entire run of that show was Pam's skin color ever brought up.
That's true. Most of the people that was in that show, they weren't dark. They weren't light skinned at all. They were dark skinned.
Even a bar.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What?
The internet ain't playing with me, boy.
It should be. Let me see.
I don't know. Let me see.
Enough for her best friend, while Martin thought she was just jealous and miserable. Later of the show, one user wrote, "We just told Ari Lennox to get to stepping in unison, and that's my type of carrying on." So, what do you guys think about Ari Lennox calling out the sitcom Martin for the constant jokes towards Pam? Do you agree? Do you think Martin's jokes towards Pam made it hard to see the greatness of the character? Were they rooted in colorism or was it just comedy? Let us know in the comments below.
Right there.
And be sure to stay up to date with
it's just comedy. Ari Lennox, she need to go touch some grass. She need to go touch some grass or something, bro. And she need to go figure some things out because she's just reaching for something. Again, like I said before, I don't know if she's trying to promote an album or something, get her name in the algorithm so people can start talking about it because something's coming up. Movie is, I don't know what it is. Yeah, bro. Like, get out of you doing too much.
If she was overshadowed because of her skin and all that type of stuff, she wouldn't have had all those opportunities that happened after Martin.
Yeah, I agree.
She played iconic roles, especially in the sitcom roles.
Everybody hates Chris. You know what I mean? And then what else she played in? She played in the movie with Cedric Entertainer, The Neighbors. What other movies? What other shows did she play in?
I done seen more than I can name.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I've seen a lot more than what I can actually name. She's in a lot of shows. She's in different movies. I'm not trying to hear that shit that the people talk about.
Ari is a victim. That's how she make her money, bro.
Facts.
She can sing. You gonna lie.
But yes, she can. Whatever the fuck she wants says, she definitely going viral. Yeah, exactly, bro. She definitely going viral for a reason. Her career has been better than Tiege Campbell, 100%.
Yeah, Tiege Campbell,
100%. After the only time Tiege, the only thing after Martin show where she was actually she was actually dope. My Wife and Kids. That's it. But Tiege, but Tanisha, she still what was that? Like I said, Everybody Hates Chris. Neighbors. Then I'm pretty sure you can pull up some other ones, but she already in 2 other sitcoms that she's doing. So even then, but yeah, but that's not. But also Tiege Campbell, she was in what was that show with Kevin Hart? Hollywood. Husbands of Hollywood. Husbands of Hollywood. But she only had a small amount of time on there, but she was in there. Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, My Wife and Kids is top 10, 100%. It is.
Yeah, she
100%.
She kills her role every time, but
she does.
That's not the part of the conversation.
She does.
Tiege, not Tiege. What's the old girl name?
Tanisha
Ari Lennox.
Mm-hmm.
She is a person that understands the game. Let me get about Corey Holcomb. She understands the game. She understands if she plays the heartstrings of dark-skinned women, the money gonna keep flowing.
Yep.
You don't gotta have no goddamn talent.
That's true.
But
she can sing though. I ain't gonna lie. She can sing like a motherfucker.
Fucking women that can sing.
She got nah. She got some hits. She got some bangers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But at the same time, what matters the most? If you keep saying, well, black women keep getting overshadowed and all that type of shit. Corey Hogan.
Corey Hogan funny as shit, bro.
But that's real talk though. She understands what she's doing, bro. That's the reason why she in that interview she just kept saying like all the time, because the message that she wanted to give out was in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she understand how absurd the situation was. That's the reason why she kept giving the flowers after that. But she had to say that in the beginning because you got a lot of women that got dark complexion.
Mm-hmm.
They feel as though they can gravitate to the message that she said, and then at the same time, we live in a society that rewrite perspectives, right? She wasn't around. Well, she was, but she wasn't at that age back then when Martin and all them, the nuance of what was going on in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
So now we at this woke phase in society and shit. Now we can reassign what people need to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all realize that on the Martin show, how Martin was talking shit about a dark-skinned woman and all that type of stuff? Think about that. People were like, oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going on. So now it's a situation where you had a masterpiece that she's trying to destroy.
Yep.
She didn't say shit about Shanae.
That's true.
That would have been a real stereotype.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well, my Shanae. It's like a dream. She ain't say shit about Shanae and him dressing up and doing the stereotypical black woman back at that. She ain't say shit about that.
Yep.
She talked about a successful. You know what? You got it,
He said, Clem said, now I'm about to take over the show. I'm about to go to fucking. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit the bell notification to get the notification for all the videos to come. So let's go to this next video, man. Next topic of tonight, Angry Man. The Angry Man on Fatty's podcast. I don't know if you guys know who Fatty is. For those of you, I'm pretty sure he's part of Anton Daniels Network, and Ilkhan Ali as well. Shout out to them boys and their platform. They're doing numbers over there. Shout out to them. But the Angry Man, he's going back and forth with this chick named Coach Rocket. She is a woman who looks like a bull dagger. Her actual name is Gabby Valentino. So he's going back and forth on the fact that women need men. So let's go ahead and get into this topic, then I'll get my thoughts on it. All right. So let's get into it, dog. This is gonna be interesting. Oh my God. Oh, hold on now.
You did not answer. If you believe that gender roles are bull, then why the hell are so many of you on the internet right now crying for men to operate the way they did when the only thing that mattered was gender roles? It don't make sense. You expect men to be from the 1950s while you operate in 2025 doing whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want. It doesn't work like that. And as far as you saying, oh, well, you men ain't leading nothing. You couldn't even flush your toilet if it wasn't for a man. You don't know what you're talking about. You wouldn't even be on this internet if it wasn't for a man. You wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store and get food if it wasn't for a man. You wouldn't even have tampons and maxi pads if it wasn't for a man. And also, if it wasn't for a man, you wouldn't have nobody to argue with right now.
Oh shit.
Last week on the Untouchable Super Panel.
Y'all know that's AI. See why he named his name the public offender. Because I think he's just a natural troll. He's a natural troll, bro. I really think he is.
And he got a nice white woman.
And he got a white woman. Now, mind you, hold up. Let me say this. I don't care who you date. I don't. I really don't. I
do based off the message that you giving out.
Based off the message that you giving out?
Yep.
If
you chilling and you kicking it, you got your nice quiet wife. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice quiet wife. You just, hey, this not my forte. I'm chilling. Okay, cool, man. Whatever. But if you sitting here trying to be FBA black historian, y'all black, blackity black, blackity black, blackity black.
Cause I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all. Cause I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. Cause I'm black, y'all.
At this point, I do care.
Yeah.
Because you got people on that panel that's married to black women, and he's not, but he's trying to tell us how. Well, maybe I'm projecting, but he's trying to tell us and people on the panel how we should move.
Yeah.
Around our black women, and you get online and say the shit, but your white wife don't understand shit. What you are trying to tell us to do.
Yeah.
That's why I say, bro, he faking shit, and he gonna keep on pandering because it makes money.
Yep, I agree. I can see that.
What is race? Are you trying to say race is a social construct? And what is gender? Gender is not a social construct.
What you about to say gender is?
Oh, really? Literally, gender is a social construct as well. And that's what I'm.
It's not man, woman. Okay, hold on.
We don't understand English.
This nigga said gender is a social construct. Bro, listen, bro. But see, and this is the thing. He got that from his white woman.
No, he didn't get that from her.
You sure? Fam, he's extremely liberal. He's extremely on the left.
Hold on.
His wife, I guarantee his wife is extremely on the left.
Gender. I don't think gender is a social. What's the other thing? Like when you call somebody male. Yeah, okay. Gender is a social construct because we did create, but the false premise that people like to bring about that is what they don't never say where it derives from. They cut off where it derives from and just make this thing like, oh yeah, we just name shit how we named it. Male, female, right? And then you got your genders. It derives from the scientific thing.
Right.
It derives from it. So it's not like, and that's it. I just can't stand his hat that he got on right now. You get out of bro.
Your mouth. You know what's ironic about you saying that? It's ironic you says that man and woman is a social construct, but the rest of it isn't. So how is man and woman not the only gender? What's the only? Give me the other genders. What?
Gender expression. Express yourself is a social construct, but gender is not a social construct.
How was man and woman a social construct?
I think you guys are thinking. You guys are conflating sex and gender. Sex is scientific.
No, I can't stand when people ain't like they ain't heard what you heard.
Yeah, that whole, and then when they say, "What's saying? If you can wait, you can hear."
And then he said, "Stop."
Hey man, don't stop sign, man.
No, I'm not. I literally just said it.
Social construct, because what it is to be a man is not definable, right? Outside, I'm saying this is all it is to be a man, right? Because words are prescriptive and not they're descriptive and not prescriptive, correct? So when we say, what does it mean to be a man? A male adult.
You're wrong. You can be a male
brother.
Hold on, no, you cut me off already. Hold on,
sir. You jumping the gun. You about to argue with something you don't even know what I'm about to say.
Hold on, Ali. Hold on, Ali.
You don't even know what I'm about to say, fam. You gotta let me finish.
You said man and woman is a social construct. If you
want to, I said gender is a social construct.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Name the genders. So name the genders.
Gender is a social construct.
Name the genders.
There are many genders.
One second. Let me say this, Ali. You know why they are kind of funny about it? They literally say that gender is a social construct, right? It's something that we develop and all that, and then they say there's no gender roles. Think about it.
I know.
Think about it. The same people that say there's no gender roles
would be
are saying that no. Think about it. You are going to stay right motherfucking here. The same people that every time we go to their motherfucking TikTok to talk about them about gender roles, there's no gender roles. There's no gender roles. There's no gender roles. And all of a sudden, they're saying that gender roles is a social construct, which is something that actually exists. So what are y'all talking about? No.
Let me ask a question about the whole gender role thing. If no genders exist and pretty intellectual, you said that no gender roles, that's consistent, then why the fuck do y'all expect men to take care of y'all?
Who said I did?
Oh my goodness.
I say I did? Did I speak about
number one? Number one. Excuse me. Every woman on the planet.
I cannot stand those kind of women, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. I gotta say the uncomfortable part. I cannot stand these type of black women.
Purposely disingenuous.
Literally, you're being disingenuous on purpose. You want to be combative on fucking purpose. For what fucking reason?
These would be the same women saying, "Hey, y'all men ain't upholding how men used to be back in the day. Y'all sassy, y'all this and the third." And guess what? You got a man up here talking to other men saying the same shit, and y'all doing the little the finger with the thumb.
Oh, the clock that shit.
Yeah,
Clock
this
that shit right here.
Right. Yeah, they do that. They were like, oh yeah, no gender roles. And now we got a man up here saying all this sassy ass shit, and they with it because now it's like they gotta prove something.
Yep.
They will never date that dude. That's the reason why he's with a white woman. Not no black woman. He's with a white woman.
He's with a white woman.
So it continues to further us apart. And he come up here and say all this dumbass shit that he said. And then a woman, because they just don't want to be wrong, they'll go with what he said. But at the same time, if they was to meet that same guy with outside of this, and it was just one-on-one, and he was saying the same type of stuff, they would not be with that dude.
Exactly.
You believe there's no gender roles? No, it's no gender roles. If you want to cut the grass, you can cut the grass. Oh no, babe, I ain't cutting no grass. Nah, I ain't cutting no grass. No, if you got to put this door together, it's squeaking.
Right.
You got to go get the WD-40 and get that drill to do all that stuff. Ain't no gender roles. They will look at him crazy.
Look at him all the way crazy.
Right? But he could get a pass with that because he was the white woman. And the white woman, she probably grew up in a household where she was the rudest, tootinest, baddest, graddest person in the goddamn land.
Not even that. She's probably more so of the fact of like, nah, you finna get in here and do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah. You know, white women, they a little more acceptable.
Nah, fam.
No. What I'm saying is,
nah, fam.
Them white girls, they'll get in there. They get in that mud, bro.
Nah, fam.
Depending on what. All right. I'm just saying in general, black women ain't dealing with that shit, bro. Like, you go out there and cut that goddamn grass. They ain't touching that shit.
But shit, white women the same way, bro. They like, nah, I'm not finna go out there. You crazy as hell.
But my thing about it is, I get that, but like, you can't be on this black woke stuff and you're not living it. At the end of the day, that's like Dr. Umar saying all the shit that he said, but he got 2 Snow White bunnies on the side. You know what I'm saying? All that shit sounds good. They be like, oh, hold up. You got 2 white Snow Bunnies?
2 of them things.
Like 2?
2 of them things over there.
You said all this good stuff, man. But what's the girl name right there in the middle?
Pretty intellectual.
Ain't no dude that's a certain standard gonna deal with her.
Yep, that's a fact.
It's not gonna happen. And she listen to old buddy, and she be clocking that T and all that type of shit, bro. That dude is the problem with a lot. And I thought a lot of women would learn from Derrick Jackson. But
no,
I'm wrong. He got 1.5 million followers.
He got more followers after that shit.
And he was every bit of everything that he was talking about in his monologue in the car.
Every bit.
He even was a narcissist.
West Side, what it is.
He was a narcissist and brought his wife to embarrass herself to cover for him because he didn't want the money to stop.
Yep.
And he still dumped her.
Yep, that's a fact.
He left his family. He got kids, but he still got 1.5 million followers, and they still clocking that T about the shit that he said.
You're every woman.
In Houston now.
Wait. Hold on for a second.
Hold on, y'all.
There's no expectation. There's no expectation of men to be providers. That doesn't exist.
No. what happens.
Why
is it? Hey, let me say this. This is for one. Let me say this. Hold up, dude.
Give me a second. There we go. We back. We back in the net.
Because I want you to take your pencil, whatever notes you had to rebuttal that. But I'm asking you a question. The majority of sisters that be on the end off the internet
ask statistics. I'm not. That's statistics. You but literally like gotta get woman. You want a woman that's like woman. You all know over the place.
You don't
Y'all
know.
be all over the place, and you don't even know. Y'all all over the. You went from gender roles to expectations. You went this place. Like no, it's no
deflection. You like women, but you like women. You should know.
Now, hold on. Stop.
The
Stop
expectation.
for a second. What question do you want answered?
To the gender role.
Y'all got three different things on the table.
Three different things. That's not three different things.
Y'all talk to y'all. Y'all talk to yourselves. I'm just listening. He's asking you a question.
That's not three different things.
You are. He's reframing the question. You said there's three questions. There's too many questions. He's going to ask you one. Can he ask you one question? No, because he started off wanting her to have the floor again. Then he wanted her to have the question. Then he threw another question in. Y'all not even tracking yourself. Like when he first started talking, he was trying to interrupt. We're not talking microphone. It's just you guys are such bullies. You didn't ask the question. You did not ask the question. What's your question? Because if you want me to answer, stick to one question. Ask me one question at a time.
I actually only asked one question.
Because you wasn't talking to me and you was talking to her, and then he butted in. So since we back to me, ask me one question. But don't try to just ask one question so I can answer it for you.
If gender roles and genders don't exist, why is there an expectation of men to do certain things based on their gender?
Because men is all over the fucking internet and all over the world talking about they want to be a fucking leader. So all leaders lead. So you gotta have an expectation of a leader. Like what? You want to be a leader? Get in the role. Get in the role. Okay? You men all over the podcast. Hold up. You said women all over. Listen, you said women are all over the internet talking about, but y'all all over the internet and even on this podcast, every time I get on here, fighting to lead, but then you don't want the women to have expectations of a freaking leader. Like, that's one point. That's just right there. That's your answer. That's my answer. You like lane, pick lane. Do you want to lead? Do you want to be a tiger or a lion? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do men? No. Hold on.
In just a second, but I gotta say this shit. You said the same thing several times already. Let them answer the question. The point that you're trying to make, you're not gonna get it any further. Nobody's gonna understand it even more clear. Stop just keep saying the same shit over and fucking over and fucking over. Shut the fuck up. Let him answer the question. Then you can have an actual dialogue. Stop doing that. I hate when women do this shit. I hate when they ask a question and then they go on this entire fucking tangent. Oh, so tell me this. So tell me, why do you feel as if you can do X, Y, and Z, but then you want to go into this, and but then you want to go, then you go into this whole fucking spiel and tangent. Shut the fuck up. Let them answer the question. Then you can have a dialogue. I hate when y'all do that shit. Now you just talking. You just talking just to be talking because you just want to be fucking heard.
Gabby, you are doing too much, Gabby.
Triggered and you're repeating yourself.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. Do you want to leave?
So
That's what I asked you.
it wouldn't matter.
Do you want to be a
leader?
leader?
Gabby.
Seriously, shut the fuck up.
Land your parachute already, damn it!
Just talking. Shut the fuck up.
So number one, it wouldn't matter if every man on the planet got on the internet and said they were going to be a leader. Your position is that there aren't any gender roles, and one of the things that's attached to the gender role is that men are supposed to be leaders. So if you and the rest of the women don't believe that men should be leaders, it wouldn't matter how much the men talk about being leaders. You wouldn't still expect it. You only expect it because you still believe in the gender roles when they fucking benefit you. Stop capping.
If they asking for it, it's not being showed up. If women are saying, hey, we want this expectation, then obviously you're not showing up. What role do you want to play in society? Do you want a boss? I'm going to have some expectations of you, period, point blank. I don't care what gender you are. So the roles go along. What?
Actually, if you're gonna have a boss, what you women do is you go to work and you do what your boss tell you. You don't have no expectations.
Oh my goodness!
You only have You only have expectations of your man.
All over the place.
You go to work.
You don't
do what you're told, or you get fired.
What you say?
The women are leading the world right now. Which is true. Yeah. I mean, they're not like.
Hold on. I need clarification on that. Leading the world how? In the matriarchy?
Yeah, like technically they're not, but in the social construct they are, because they are the people that's pushing the decisions making that's going on. You know, for the people that do gotta make the decision.
Okay.
There's so many women in top leadership.
I don't think she look at it like how I explained it though. I think she looking at it as women just overall just fucking shit up and they're killing it.
Okay.
Position. Do you really?
What are you?
Are you crazy? That's y'all problem. Education for one, higher education for one, most definitely. Y'all not leading y'all identity. That's why y'all in the bottle area and in sections with 50 men and one woman. That's what, like y'all so confused. Y'all are so confused. You ride around with men all damn day. You go to the club, you go to the section and get hella bottles and have 50 men up in there. Hold up. That you're all over the place. What the fuck I got to do with transsexual women? What? Because I'm still a female. I'm still the sex that I was born into. All women.
So anybody want to bet that she said that she gonna say that she's more man than he is, or any other man?
She ain't gonna say that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think she's just gonna harp on what accomplished bitch that she done had, and she gonna contribute it to her being independent and don't need no man. But I would say what she said right before that was like really profound. Like, you're gay, so it's like one of those situations where you like women, so it's kind of hard to say what the intention is. If you got a certain demographic, you got a large demographic of women looking for a certain demographic of men, and you can't say all men are like this. You can't do that. So I guarantee she probably one of those chicks that said, "Hey, men made me go gay."
Probably.
Your ass was gay in the beginning of the goddamn. Don't nobody just have somebody turn them gay.
True.
All woman, big ass titties, all woman, big juicy lips, all woman. Still got these big titties, all woman, baby. I'm a black independent woman sitting in one right now. What do you have? What role do you want to play in society? Because I know I want to be a leader.
I said what I told you.
Society. I know I want to be a leader in society. That's why I got a master's degree. That's why I got 3 houses. That's why.
Yo, chill out. Let's have one mic, please.
This AI shit is crazy.
You mean motion?
One second.
What role do you want to play?
One second. Wait, one second. I need you 1 second. I just want to make sure. I'm going to interrupt you again. 1 second.
You're the most role.
My God, stop talking. The host is talking, sir.
No, it's fine. It's because I want to guarantee, and I don't want to press on the mute button. So this is what we're going to do. Angry Man is going to talk uninterrupted, and Gabby is going to talk uninterrupted. Okay? If I see any of y'all interrupting, I'll mute y'all. But for the most part, let's go ahead and let's control self. Angry Man uninterrupted, please. Gabby,
interrupt because this logic is kicking our ass.
I can't stand when people do shit like
they're
that.
not really trying to have a conversation. They do all the antics instead of being like concise.
Doing all these extra, bro, just have the conversation.
She doing all that dance and shit, bro. Like you throwing back Sweetwater.
Yeah, like come on, man.
What are you leading? Last year, you women had 480,000 evictions. You can't even keep a place. Then you're talking about education. First, you're trying to say, oh, black women are the most educated. No, actually, it's Asian women. The only thing you're going to school for is liberal arts or underwater basket weaving degree. Then you try to say, oh, we're the most entrepreneurs. But what you don't say is most of your businesses fail within the first year. You're losing in every category, especially dating.
She's triggered. So this is when you know people are triggered. They start to have these extra antics. They start to do a lot of different things like she's doing right now. Every time he says something, she starts to do this whole little clapping shit. Women. Then when he said what he said just right now, she started doing all this little clapping and taking shit. This is why it's so hard to have a conversation with a lot of women. And this is why I said before, sometimes you just gonna let them hoes suffer by them fucking selves. Like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. You got it. Shorty, you got it. Do your thing. You got it. But guess what? In a couple months, couple years, whenever that time comes, you're going to come back online. You're going to say, well, it's so hard out here to be a single woman or a single mother, whatever the case may be. I can't find the man of my dreams. I put so much effort into my education. I put so much effort into making the money and building my life up the way that I want it to be. But now I'm looking for that man who's going to compliment me and put me in a position or somebody who's going to help me level up even more, whatever the case may be. And this is what you're going to get. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to be stuck by your fucking self. Because don't nobody want that. No man really cares about that. Y'all only get these educations for yourself. Y'all aren't getting this shit from men. Y'all aren't getting this shit to better your lives. Y'all aren't getting this shit to find a husband. You're doing this shit for you. Just so that way you feel as if you had some sort of accomplishment, so that way you can feel some sort of worthiness and you feel as if you contributed to society in some way. Don't nobody give a fuck about that, because guess what? The man that you find, let's just use the rhetoric that a lot of women like to use. Let's just say you find a man that's making $1 million. You really think he gives a fuck about your education? You really think he gives a fuck about your business degree? You think he gives a fuck about your African American studies? You think he gives a fuck about your your psychology degree? You think he gives a fuck about whatever other degree outside of being a doctor, doing STEM, or anything in regards to something that's going to actually, or a lawyer, anything outside of that? You really think he gives a fuck? Truthfully, do you really think he gives a fuck? No. He already built himself up to become this type of man. He's made millions of dollars without you. Your degree don't mean shit to him. That's for you. That's for you to feel some type of way. That's for you to feel some sort of worthiness, So that way you can go out here in the world and you can say, well, I'm really educated. I'm so educated. We're the most educated. And what? You're the most educated and most enrolled. And even when your education, like he just said, Asians are the most educated. So what? So what are you bragging about? And somehow y'all are the most educated, but yet you're still at the bottom of the totem pole. You still are the least desirable. Why is that? But you don't want to answer that question, though. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. If you want me to keep it spade to spade, I said I'm going to stop holding back. Look at this chick right here. Look at Gabby. Look at Gabby Valentino. Who busting that down? Who's attracted to that? Who's going to be attracted to that? Only another woman, correct? Because ain't no man, I'm for sure ain't no other man going to be attracted to that. If Pretty Intellectual got her shit together and got her mental, and she got her mental together, I'm pretty sure she can find a man. But the way that she moves and the way that her mental is work, nobody's going to want her. Same as Ashley up there, because she's shaking her head. She's agreeing a lot with Gabby and Pretty Intellectual. Guarantee you, she's an attractive woman. She's definitely more attractive than Gabby and Pretty, but she has this mindset, and it's fucking her up. Because she think that she can do it on her own. She think that her degree is going to get her somewhere. She think that because she can pay her own bills, she think that men fucking care about that. And they fucking don't. If we're going to have a real conversation, let's have a real fucking conversation. If we're going to get to a solution, let's have a solution. We're not listening. Nobody's listening to a fucking Gabby. Nobody's listening to a Pretty Intellectual. Nobody's listening to an Ashley. So, ladies, what is it that you actually want? Do you want praise? Is it a praise kink that you want? Are you looking for somebody to say, hey, shorty, I see you. You did your thing. You got your degree. You're independent. You're doing your thing, man. You deserve the fucking world. You deserve everything. You deserve it all. You deserve the perfect man. You deserve the perfect life. You deserve the perfect body. You deserve the perfect face. You deserve everything. That's Disney. That's Disney shit. Because ain't shit perfect. All of y'all want this Disney fairy tale life. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You got to come back down to reality at some point. At some point, you got to come back down to reality. So what we doing?
You don't know how to do what I did when you were talking earlier, which is shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Even now, you can't do it. You're the most educated, but you can't even maintain your composure for a second.
Look, you see the antics? You see the antics? That's what I'm saying. No emotional intelligence. Who the fuck wants to deal with that? No emotional intelligence. Same thing with the old buddy. What's his name? The public offender. He does that same shit. That feminine behavior, women-like behavior, that's what he does. Can't sit back and just have a fucking conversation. You got to do all these antics. Doing all this extra shit instead of just sitting back and having a fucking conversation and just talking. Letting the person talk, letting them get their thoughts off, and then you responding on the thoughts, and you're listening intently, not listening to respond, but you're listening to understand and then respond. You're actively listening, but you're doing all these extra antics because you're triggered. That's what happens. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. When people start doing stupid shit like that, you're triggered. You may not recognize that you're triggered, but you are triggered because you can't even sit there and say, you know what? Okay, cool. All right, I understand that. So basically what you're saying is X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. All right, so let me give you a rebuttal to X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3. So basically, based off of X, Y, and Z is boom, 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 boom. But then on the 1, 2, 3 aspect of it, I'll give you boom, 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 boom. That's how you have the conversation. But you're triggered now. Now, big ass fucking mouth can eat a whole watermelon whole by itself. Like Clem said, you look like Manny Fresh.
So going back to what I
Okay,
said
still
originally,
talking.
which you
Still
did not
talking. Can't
answer.
shut the fuck up.
If you believe that gender roles are bullshit, then why the hell are so many of you on the internet right now crying for men to operate the way they did when the only you expect men to be from the 1950s while you operate in 2025 doing whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want. It doesn't work like that. And as far as you saying, oh, well, you men ain't leading nothing. You couldn't even flush your toilet if it wasn't for a man. What you talking about? You wouldn't even be on this internet if it wasn't. You wouldn't even grocery store.
She don't have anything. Look at the antics. She don't have anything. She don't have anything.
You wouldn't even have tampons and maxi pads if it wasn't for a man. And also, if it wasn't for a
she's
man,
still talking. She ain't even listening. She's not even intently listening. She's not even actively listening. She's too busy trying to respond in mute. She's on mute and she shut up. Why don't you just listen? If what he's saying is wrong, how about you intently listen, wait till he's done and he get his shit off, then you respond effectively. How about that instead? But you're not even listening because you're triggered. That's what it is. You're triggered. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Regardless of how you feel or what you think, you're triggered. That's a triggered mindset. That's a triggered behavior.
you wouldn't have nobody to argue with right now. Fuck out of here.
Concede the floor. Gabby, go ahead.
Okay. Woo, I'm glad.
By
I
the
was
way,
muted.
after y'all done, I want Pretty Intellectual and AD real quick to actually engage in the conversation. Then we do open panel again because Jabba and Ashley being quiet.
Oh man, that was hard. I'm glad I'm not no weak woman. That would have been hard for any woman to hear. Any woman of any race, any gender. But
you are a weak woman because you couldn't even sit through it and actually just listen. You too busy laughing and doing all those extra antics. You are a weak woman. I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
Anyway, let me get back to this. If you guys are leading in all these positions, black women are failing, they doing this, they doing that. That's why we got the expectation. Where do you think this expectation came from? They've been teaching us that men was supposed to rule the world. We supposed to follow the man. We supposed to do this for the man. Like, listen, let me tell you something. Like, I love my daddy, but real talk, my daddy didn't teach me to be resilient out here in America.
Y'all heard that, right? Now, there's always been conversations about two-parent households and the fathers being in the household, right? But again, we also understand that even in those two-parent households, there's also a certain demographic of men or fathers, might I say, who are the yes men, who are the yes fathers, who allow their daughters to do whatever they want, when they want, however they want. You know, the ones that let the mother run up over them, the ones that let the daughters do whatever they want to fucking do. They tell them yes, they don't never tell them no. They don't put belt to ass, don't do none of that. That's what you get right here when you see Gabby Valentino. Or you have fathers, you have the same fathers that raise individuals like Pretty Intellectual. Or you have fathers lack thereof, and you have Ashley. The profile is always there. The profile is always there. Majority of the time, not 100% of the time. Majority of the time, the profile is always there. I've never seen a truly, understand, when I say a truly, I need you to understand, I've never seen a truly masculine man. When I say a truly masculine man, I'm not talking about the type of man that says, oh, well, I'm a masculine man, but I never tell my daughters no. I've never seen a truly masculine man who understands discipline and who understands boundaries and lines ever raise a kid that thinks like any of those three women. I've never in my life, and I've come across many masculine men, older men who have raised daughters, and they have not come up anything like Gabby Valentino, Pretty Intellectual, or Ashley in their mindset thinking. Ever. Will there be some that slip through the cracks? Absolutely. It happens. But that's the minority. We're talking about the majority. Most of the times, when you have a truly masculine man who understands discipline, who understands, I don't give a fuck if I got a daughter or a son, I'm putting belt to ass when they act up. If they don't, if they act up, they know how to act. If all I got to do is just show my face, and they automatically have that fear, and they understand how to correct themselves, cool, we straight. But overall, you need that masculine man who understands structure, who understands that there are boundaries, who understands that, look, if you fuck up, I'm going to discipline you. I don't give a fuck if you my daughter, if you my sweetheart, you my baby girl, you my baby boy, whatever the case may be, you going to get disciplined because I want you to go out here and be a contributing member to society. I don't want you to go out here to be a fucking degenerate. That's what it is. Which is why you see situations in which you see structured men, disciplined men, when they are single fathers, they tend to do better than single mothers. Majority of the time.
So, yeah, I do have 3 houses. Yes, I do have higher degrees. Yes, I do go in the classroom and teach. But I still have an expectation of a man. I wish I had one here right now so that he can do the plumbing. But if I don't, see, a woman is not going to sit around. They never have. They never have, heartbroken or whatever. They're going to keep it moving. They're going to figure out how to do things. And I'm like, why is men so upset? But let me just talk about the attention, especially go back there. The attention-seeking men. Like, if you go to any club,
Okay,
I don't care what club.
I gotta pause. But you see the difference between the two. Gabby's saying what she's saying, which is a load of bullshit. See what she's saying, but you see the angry man. He's not doing all these antics. He's not doing all this. He's not doing all of that. He's just sitting there. He's just listening. He's not acting crazy. He's not doing all the extra shit that she was doing. He just sitting there and fucking listening.
You go to Jamaica, where he stayed, where she stayed, you're gonna see a car full of men, and you're going to see a section full of men, and they're doing that to attract and to they call themselves attracting the women, but they attract more men.
I have a question. What is strong? What does that mean? Because I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot, Tracy Brown. What does that mean? Strong, independent, a smart woman. What does that mean? What is strong and independent? What's strong how? Strong how? Because when people say strong, that means they've been through something in life. And when I say been through something, I'm not talking about growing pains. I'm not talking about daily life as an adult. Because you're being an adult. You have to go through things as an adult. You have to make shit happen as an adult because you're a fucking adult. When you talk about being an independent, that's called being an adult. Every man out here who's out here on his own, that means he's independent. He's strong. He's an independent man. He has to take care of his thing. He has to pay his bills. He has to make shit happen, or he's gonna be out in the fucking street. That's independence. So just because you're independent, that doesn't give you that doesn't give you an upper leg. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't know if it's because of Boosie. INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that mean, man? Like, I don't know if it's because of that song or what, but it has no merit. It just means you're an adult. When you become the age of 18, and if you decide to move out of your house, out of your parents' home, which I don't think that you should do, you decide to move out of your parents' home at 18 years old, and you want to go get your own apartment, you want to get your job, you want to pay for your own phone bill, you want to pay for your own car note, you want to pay for your own gas, you want to pay for your own groceries and bills and all this extra shit. That's called being a fucking adult. / independence. That doesn't give you any unique. That doesn't make you unique. Strong how? Strong in what? You're not oppressed in the world, even though they try to put that out there. You're not oppressed. So how are you strong? What makes you strong? What makes you strong? Is it just some verbiage that y'all like to use to make y'all seem more powerful or to empower you in some sort of way that of some false fucking narrative that y'all have about yourselves? What is it? Okay, that's great. Hey, listen, if she's successful, that's awesome. That's dope as fuck. I would never listen. I will always give congratulations to anybody that's successful. I will. Hey, that's dope as fuck. Woman, man, don't matter. You're successful. You're successful. But when y'all throw in this whole, she's smart, she's independent, she's strong. Just say, why don't you just say she's a successful woman? Why you got to throw in the strong, independent? Because guess what? When you see a successful man, guess what? What do y'all not say? Y'all don't say, oh, he's an independent, he's an intelligent, strong man. You say he's successful. He makes a lot of money. He's a successful man. But y'all don't throw all the other shit behind that. Oh, he's strong. He's strong. He's independent. You know, he's all of these different things. Y'all don't say that. But when it comes to black women, when it comes to women, oh, she's strong, she's independent, she's smart, she's all of these different things. If she's successful, she's just successful. That's cool. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. That's all I'm saying. Why can't it just be okay? She's successful, cool. Why does it always have to be she's strong, she's independent? Independence just means you're an adult. You take care of your bills like you're supposed to do as an adult. She's at home taking big shits, then back up. Man, you stupid. Just means she knows how to argue and do her own chores. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it gives her the upper hand, but all the hogs. He calling all the hogs.
That you guys saying stuff that you really shouldn't be saying. Okay, girls, anti everybody. I would say I would hope that like, oh, this is my last point because the only point I want to make about is that's it. That's 5 minutes or whatever the time was. What was that time?
There was no time. You are just all over the place together.
I'm gonna just say this part for the alignment because that really stood out for me. I don't care who the gender is or whatever. If they not for me, then they against me. No, they're dangerous to me. You absolutely right.
Stupid mindset. If they're not for me, they're against me. That's stupid as fuck. That's dumb as hell because guess what? Just because they don't mean they're for you, don't necessarily mean that they're against you. This dumbass mentality that y'all have. Tracy, that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy.
And it's somebody, if it's a black person around me, and they think black people are lame, that's a lot about them. And if you're not in your big age dismissing people because you're not aligned with them, why the hell in this day and age I'm going to have people around me that I'm not aligned with? It ain't even gonna get to a danger point. So that's basically, I wrote down a lot of stuff.
Can I ask you a real question, Gabby, real quick?
What's your question?
If men are pushed to be leaders because of their own expectations, why can't they push women to cook, clean, suck their dick, and shut the fuck up? If men are leaders, don't think about it, right? Don't take it. Okay. You're responding too fast. You're responding a little bit too fast.
Okay. Yeah.
If he's wrong, right? If he's wrong, and men are leaders because we are pushing ourselves to do that, so we are fulfilling our own expectations. So it's our responsibility. Why are men begging women to take their wigs off, to start cleaning, to start cooking, to not be hoes, to do all these things, and women refuse to do it? How does that make sense?
For one, if you gonna fulfill your own expectation, I'm sure in the world to be subservient to anybody. We got big. That's what's wrong. We use our big ass brain to do shit like this. Okay, like so.
That's what I was talking about a second
That's
ago.
what you said. That's what you said.
That's what I was talking about a second ago. Wait,
I got you, pretty. I promise I got you. Premier actually. I got you. I
Just jump in there real quick.
promise.
Then you can have it. Pretty intellectual. But that's what I just got through talking about. You said that nobody wants to come into the world and be subservient. But for men, when we come into the world, we're subservient to the expectations of what a man is supposed to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with that. I'm old school. But the way women nowadays act like they have no expectation of what they're supposed to do. That's ridiculous. Because whenever you're talking about a man, the gender roles come up. But whenever you're talking about a woman, gender roles are oppressive. And no, I shouldn't have to do that. I'm a slave. Well, women are expecting, not you, but women are expecting men to go to work and bring home money and give it to them. That's considered slavery as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what can I just? I'm gonna wrap this up because he was just. That's crazy. That's crazy on any part. No,
because you have gender roles in your relationships. We had you on the show before. You usually follow the male. Like the in between.
No, I don't. I'm not following. That was not the first thing. That was validation about being a leader. Okay.
No. You went.
Y'all twist things around. You won. I'm finna mute.
Really, Ashley, the jab is good, right? And this is the problematic part of this conversation. We can protectors, providers, and we can shift, right? Gabby went from still a woman. Like,
okay, so then let me get a stab at the question.
Hey, pretty.
Like this has been continuing ever.
No, I'm saying.
But y'all see how a lot of women act like fucking children? Why don't you be quiet first? You want to know something? Because you got triggered to say something so fucking bad. Excuse me. You heard a triggering word. Learn to sit back and just listen. If you gotta take notes, take notes. Of listening skills. Understand what they're saying and learn how to listen intently instead of getting triggered by certain words that they say. Listen to what they're saying, and then you can respond afterwards once you understand what they're saying. Let them land their fucking plane first. This is why. You can't. He said, "Look, I'm gonna let her get her shit off. I'm gonna say my piece, and then I'm gonna let you talk. You can't even be quiet until he's done. You gotta. I just gotta say something. No, you don't. Shut up. Shut up. Be quiet for a second. Be quiet. Let me get my shit off. Then I'll say my stupid anyway. So relax."
While the old woman, and I pointed this out, and this is the problematic part about our dynamics, while the old woman can look like woman, claim to be woman, and then switch it and want to be things that usually are for men and brag about things that are for men, and then turn around again and go back to woman. This is why we don't see eye to eye. It's because we are locked in our roles. And once I say I want a woman to cook and clean, you say there's no gender roles. Yes, they are, because most of women want us to do A, B, C. And if we don't do it, we'll lose y'all. So that's all I wanted to say. Pretty Ashley and AD, and then we open the panel for Job and the rest of it. Okay, go.
I think answer women or if people believe gender constructs are real, right? Like that gender is a construct, it's a social construct. So roles are not real. And then you're saying we expect provision that is the accountable for.
That's a
right.
That's a fact, Rob.
You're asking us to address consequences. Consequences. Similar, race a construct and it has consequences. There are consequences for constructs that are embedded into society to create an oppression.
Actually on the panel.
So that's what you're addressing consequences. So it's the same way as talking hey, why don't y'all that the racial construct has caused
the
dismantling of your ability to gain generational honest, right? It's honest to say that. So even venturing into that conversation, you're already starting off
pretty. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Any of the women, but either pretty
society, there's a disparity.
Yeah.
Economical disparity, right? Understand. So the disparity is that.
Or Gabby.
One ideology of one type of woman onto another type of woman. And you're saying, 1 second, you're saying
I'm asking for clarity before you move further.
This man patriarchy are also the women's stand, and that's not correct. Are working. And the last thing I want to say is that you just said, Fatty, that we can't dismantle that we that men cannot leave their gender roles. Black men literally you guys are not able to fight and protect. And I will say that, and I'll hand you olive branch, and I will hand you this branch that it is partially because of the consequence of the conscience. But you have indeed left your gender role long ago. You are able to protect a black woman in America from a white man. You can because of the disparity that is a consequence of construct that is race. So we're having this entire conversation to be this, but let's go ahead and be very, very clear. So acknowledging the consequences of it.
Okay,
I'm interrupted, and then actually.
So first of all, I don't like olives, so I don't need an olive branch. Secondly, I asked you for clarification. I wanted to know what disparity you was talking about. But because, like a typical black woman, you want to dictate to black men instead of actually having a conversation. When I tried to interject to ask you what disparity were you talking about? Are you talking about the disparity that black people suffer as far as their income? Or are you talking about the disparity that's supposed to be between men and women as far as their income? I guess I'll never get an answer to that because I tried to interject, but you wanted to keep on.
Yeah, you could have saved your question for when I was done.
But no, here's the thing. I'm just going to assume you're talking about the disparity between men and women as far as their income. That has already been debunked 6 ways from Sunday. Okay, so we're not even going to go into now making more money every single year that has passed. Black men are actually in a better position. The problem is black men have stepped away from those because 80% of y'all want to date the 10% of pookies that ain't got shit. You want to date the niggas that want to lay on your couch and drive your car and drop you off at work and shit. If you actually dated the blue collar men that are out here, the ones that you ignore, the ones that are invisible to you, you would notice that the men are still in their role doing what they're supposed to do. But
man, listen, let me I want to break something down real quick too, because that's a great thing that Angry Man just said. Because we hear a lot of shit that people talk about on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. But a lot of these women talk about these niggas making 6 figures and all these. I need a man that's exceptional. I need a man that's ambitious. All this extra bullshit. And half of these women who say this shit, they can't even get the top tier men any fucking way. But let's entertain it for a little bit. What y'all don't realize is y'all want the upper echelon of men. Y'all want this nigga to be charismatic. Y'all want this nigga to be fit. Y'all want this nigga to be tall. Y'all want this nigga to dress well, smell good, which you should, because hygiene is very important. But you want this nigga to have a white collar job or be a fucking entrepreneur. I guess y'all think y'all fucking, what's her name? B. Simone or some shit. I need to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about a nigga working 9 to 5. I'm not saying that he don't, I'm not saying that he's not valuable if he don't work 9 to 5, but I need a man that's an entrepreneur because therefore he understands what my life is like. Stupid, right? Very stupid mindset. And so you got these type of individuals, but yet you got these men who are out here making good money, many different jobs, who can go from making $50,000 a year to $80,000 a year, from $80,000 a year to $120,000 a year, and then on top of that, if they make the right investments, if they live below their means, they can pay off their fucking debt. They can be millionaires very, very fucking soon. But because y'all got so consumed on Instagram, y'all got so consumed on TikTok on what people are doing, and all this false shit that a lot of people are portraying to you. Y'all just seeing niggas out here scamming people because you see niggas out here talking about, oh yeah, baby girl, I'm out here riding Lamborghinis, I'm pushing whips and shit like that. I'm doing big dog shit. And next thing you know, a couple months later, you find out these niggas been scamming people, bro. These niggas in jail. These niggas getting caught up. And y'all falling for that shit. But in our reality, the millionaires of the true millionaires are being made aren't entrepreneurs. They're the 9 to 5 workers because they understand how to leverage their job on top of investing their money, on top of getting a side hustle. Man, you know what? Let's use myself as an example, right? I have a 9 to 5 fucking job. I have a 9 to 5 job. But also, when I do YouTube is also going to be the one that's going to bring in extra income. But also, I have military benefits because I was in the military, right? So I understand how to leverage certain things. So therefore, the money that I'm making from my 9 to 5, and I shouldn't be telling y'all all of this shit because this should be Patreon level. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tell y'all nothing because it's Patreon level shit. But y'all don't understand the people, and this is not saying that people overlook me and nothing like that. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm just using myself as an example. But there are many men out here, plumbers, electricians, guys that are in STEM, cybersecurity, guys that you probably don't see on a regular basis. They out here making money, bro. But y'all overlook them because y'all want the nigga with the flashy shit. Y'all want the nigga who's driving the Beamer. Y'all want the nigga who's driving the G-Wagon. But next thing you know, you miss a nigga who's driving the Toyota Camry, but this nigga got minimum $500K in his account. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it even lower. He got minimum $120K in his account, in his bank account, but he got millions of dollars worth of stocks, of investments, of assets. But y'all want to shine. But y'all want to shine. Oh, I just want to live my life here. I want to glow up. I want the next Louis Vuitton purse. I want the next Michael Kors. I want the next whatever the shit that's hot right now. Y'all miss out on that shit. You miss out on the good fucking life because y'all so worried about what the fuck everybody else is doing. You so worried about what the fuck people on Instagram are doing, and they lying. Everybody is not out here like that. Especially when you talk about black men. 8% are millionaires. So y'all talk about, oh, I want millionaires. 8% of black men are millionaires. 8%. However, the majority are sitting in the middle class. That means they're making good money. That middle class can go anywhere between $55,000 a year up to $1 million. Sitting in the middle class. So that can range. That's a big ass fucking range. And you as a woman need to realize where you lie. Everybody has an opportunity to become a millionaire. You actually have, everybody has the opportunity. You as a woman, have to understand where you land and what type of man you want, and where you land on in regards to your SMV, and then you can build that. You can help build that man up. Look, babe, you in this position. I know different ways where you can make $1 million because I want. That's the type of lifestyle I want. Or he's already in that mold in his mind. So look, I want to make $1 million. I want to make sure I'm financially well the fuck off. I want to be in the millions. I want to make sure I'm doing great. But y'all so fucking dumb. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all, I want my shit now. I want y'all have this kid fucking mindset. Blows my fucking mind, man.
The app has proven to us. Y'all like to date the sorry,
you know what,
raggedy
Ashley,
ass
I need
niggas
you to
that
come
ain't
on
no
to the
shit.
panel. I need you to come on the banter and barter. Because you doing a lot of eye rolling. I want you to be able to get your shit off. I want you to be able to come talk your talk. I want you to be able to get your shit off because you look like you got a lot of shit to say. So, yep, Raw, hit her up. Hit up Goddess too. Matter of fact, fuck it. Hit all three of them up. Hit Goddess up, hit Ashley up, hit Pretty up. Hit all of them. I'd love to have them on the panel. Especially with Kay. Yep, let's get it.
And accuse all the rest of us of what they did. So no, you're incorrect about that. Now, as far as going back to the social construct and this entire thing about, oh, well, you're coming into it, we're talking about consequences. Well, life has trade-offs. Everything has consequences. One consequence is when you as women decide to step away from the social contract, but still expect men to adhere to the social contract. Society doesn't function correctly. Hence the reason why we're where we're at right now, having this discussion and this disagreement.
Most of the TAP is white women. What are you talking about?
And hold on 1 second.
Oh, now you don't want to be interrupted, though. You wanted to interrupt me? Okay,
just give me one. Just let me just say this last part and you can interject. Just this last part. And the subsequent gender war that we're in right now. You got it.
Yeah, none of what you said actually addresses anything that I said, right? And I did answer the question about what disparity. I was very clear about the disparity. I actually referenced 2 disparities. I referenced 2 of them. Secondly, the TAP that you mentioned to show that women are dating the same type of men is primarily used by YT women. So I don't see how they're going to
not true.
Because everything is used by white. Everything is used by white people. This is the problem with this conversation, right? So no, 1 second, Pretty. Think about it. Black men can provide by themselves. Right? No.
You're interrupting me. And
No. I'm interjecting, not interrupting. There's 2 different things. I'll pass you the microphone. What you're saying is wrong. Because if black men can provide, so white men, so Asian men, most of Asian men can provide by themselves. Most of white men can provide by themselves. Most of everything men can be providers by themselves. In most communities, it's not just a black person thing. If you come to Europe, most people need 2 incomes. People can live by themselves. So this is not a black man abandon their roles. Absolutely not. Everybody now, the economy is fucked up. Only very few people, very small minority of men actually can provide for a household of 3 or 4. That's the reality. So when you put in that of them are still dividing either have roommates or are paying the house with the woman there. So that makes no sense. Like what you're trying to say is only black men.
Yeah, no. You're not about to piggyback off of his interruption of my point.
Just finish your point, and then you got it, and then Ashley, please go ahead.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is that the TAP proved nothing, and the TAP is primarily used by YT women.
It proved a lot.
Nothing, because you're not even allowed.
Okay, so they're going off the rails right now. But at the end of the day, man, we're never going to come to a solution unless women start to hold themselves accountable. Men hold themselves accountable, and women make sure that they hold men accountable for everything that men are not doing. So if just to satisfy the situation, men, y'all need to become more masculine. There's a lot of soft men out here. There's a lot of soft men out here. There's a lot of soft men. There's a lot of soft men out here. A ton of soft men. So therefore, we need to get back to that masculine role as men. providers. That means you go out there. If you got to work two jobs to get to that point to help you pay off your debt, and so that way you can be debt free. So that way you live life the way that you want to live life. Ladies, you need to focus more on discernment. Yeah, cool. Go and get your education. That's dope. But also you need to understand that you can't be out here just busting it down for a real one all over the place. Just because you want it, or just because you think that you can do what men do, you can't do what men do because you ain't a man, you're a fucking woman. And your sexuality matters. Not sexuality, but your virginity matters. It does. Whether you want to agree with it or not, it matters. Can't be going out here busting over for a real. I get it. You feel some type of way. I get it that you got your needs. Nope. Don't be out here having babies out of wedlock. Don't be doing none of that. If you want to have fun, make sure it's protected. Real talk. Y'all doing way too much. And most of all, ladies, you need to understand your SMB. You need to understand where you actually stand in the sexual market value. If you think you're a 10 and God knows that the results aren't showing that, you need to reevaluate yourself and understand, like, all right, I may not be a 10, I might be a fucking 4. I might be a fucking 5, or I can lose a little weight. I can get in shape. Or I can stop putting on so much makeup, or I can stop wearing all this fucking weed. Or I can stop wearing these different type of hairstyles, pulling my fucking edges back, and I'm losing my fucking hair. You can start, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things, preventative maintenance that you can do. Simple as that. Simple as that, bro. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tapping in with your boy. Listen, I said I was going to show up regardless. I'm over here in Atlanta. I told y'all I was going to show up. I'm always going to continue to keep showing. I'm going to continue to keep providing and continue to keep pulling up for y'all. As long as y'all keep showing up for your boy. I'm your host, boy. You can tell, but you can tell I'm tired, bro. I've been up 24 hours, bro. My eyes are crazy. I need to go sleep. Because I got this podcast summit tomorrow, man. So I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, make sure y'all are here Saturday. We're almost at 1K subscribers, bro. We're almost at 1K subscribers. So if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this live stream. But again, share it with people that actually going to tune in, because all those subscribers are important. I want people engaging. I want people tapping in. I want people commenting. I want people, whether you disagree with me or agree with me, I want you engaging with the content. That's the point. That's what I'm focused on. All right. So till next time, make sure y'all are here Saturday. You feel me?